There comes a time in the calendar every year. Basketball is over. Football is over. Baseball's on if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. But all the important sports that you Crown Eaters know and love, they're not on right now. You got very little to look forward to. Sun's out. It's hot outside. Not much to look forward to outside if you live in some of these states that are blistering hot. But there is one thing you can look forward to. Every single year in July, all the way through August, TD3 ranking season will be here. We will be sat down in these chairs to rank some shit. And I can tell you today, it begins now.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're up.
Our bread and butter is here. The infamous time.
TJ McConnell fan club. Congratulations. I am the newest member.
And that will be reflected today because we will be doing TJ McConnell discourse. We will be doing Anthony Simons discourse, Drew Holiday discourse, Kyrie Irving discourse. Because as you guys see by the title, today we are ranking the top 30 point guards in the NBA right now. So
I will say,
go ahead.
for people who haven't been around, we've been doing this for how long? 2 years now?
This is the third year.
Third year of rankings. I think I've came up historically consistently with the worst TD3 list in history.
You don't say.
But this year, I'm fucking coming in different. Why? Because I got PEDs by my side. You never seen iPad mode with a ranking season with like this, bro.
That is
Ever.
True.
That's true.
So trust.
This is a new version of you. We'll see if it pays dividends if you're going to rank Jalen Green number 8 again. Or Jarris Walker number, what was it, like 11? 14?
Yeah, those are bleak days. Bleak
They're a
days.
different era. But like we said, top 30 point guards in the NBA ranking today. Not really projection. The season just ended, so it's kind of like for this past season, there will be some consideration for what they're going to do next year, the new roles. We have to think about things contextually, but mostly who they are today with very little projection.
Yeah.
I could not say that word. But before we get to that, we have a similar episode for you guys to watch if you're into this whole comparison of players. Episode 2 of House Call is out now. We announced to you guys last week our official TD3 NFL show is out. It's called House Call. Hopefully you guys saw episode 1. It was a good one. A lot of you guys showed a lot of love to it. We appreciate you coming through as we begin this journey as football content creators. But episode 2 is out now. We put every starting QB into a tier list, projecting of what we think they're going to be next season. That was an interesting one. Surely that will piss off many of you as I continue to glaze Justin Herbert, hype up Geno Smith. A lot of you guys are going to yell at me about it. Is what it is. Go check it out. Go yell at us in the comments.
Omaha! Go!
Oh, shit. And with that being said, cue the intro music. Let's rank these point guards.
The cranium is crazy! Oh my god!
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
Crayon eaters, rejoice!
You guys are familiar with how this process works. We all ranked our top 30 point guards independently. We don't know each other's lists. All we did was come to an agreement of certain players and where we're going to classify them position-wise, so we don't have like completely different player pools. But outside of that, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, we don't know what each other are doing. We're going to reveal these players in blocks of 5. We're going to start with 26 through 30, work our way up until we get to the top 5. This always inevitably leads to us arguing forever about the worst players on this list because we are front-loaded individuals. But let's get straight into it. The first tier we have my 26 through 30. We'll start from 30 and read our way up. At number 30, I have Chris Paul. At number 29, I have TJ McConnell.
Entirely too low.
You think so?
Absolutely.
28, Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
27, D'Angelo Russell. And 26, Emmanuel Quickly.
Okay.
I will say, we talked about this a little bit beforehand, us three. This is the most bleak the bottom of the point guard list has been in the 3 years of doing this.
Yeah.
I hated ranking the bottom like 12 players. I think there's 18 point guards right now that I want on my team in the league.
Yeah, you go through the exercise and you start looking at the teams and I don't even need to see the rosters. Just get like the logos.
Mhm.
You're like, okay, who's their point guard? Who's their point guard? And then you get to a couple teams. It's like you don't have a point guard.
Yeah,
You
Kings don't have a point guard.
You don't have anybody that actually plays the position. You just starting somebody. You just starting 5 guys.
Mhm.
So no, it was definitely rough. I will say that.
Okay. So Chris Paul, salute.
Yeah.
Apparently this might be his last year. Again, salute. No words for that. But it's super interesting seeing Anthony Simons at 28 once before. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people see this, look at Anthony Simons' stats. They see 18 points per game or 17 points per game, efficient shooting. What the hell, man? You smoking crack. But I think that's an okay placement considering like all the other gaps that he has in his game.
Well, you just said a lot of things. I think one of them was not true. You said efficient shooting. Did not have a particularly efficient year. And yeah, we gave him a lot of leeway over the years because he started off his career playing behind Damian Lillard, and it was like he's waiting for his turn to break out and be this just quintessential off the dribble shooting, attacking point guard that we see in the modern NBA these days. Every team wants one, somebody that can be a threat, running a pick and roll, pulling up, forcing drop coverage to play up high, opening up passing lanes for bigs. It's part of the modern NBA that you kind of need in a high level offense. He just kind of hasn't made any progress the last couple of years, and I'm kind of over it. I have D'Angelo Russell 27. I spent a lot of time arguing D'Angelo Russell versus Anthony Simons in my head. And I was like, it sounds crazy because for so many years we put so much faith in Anthony Simons' development and like gave him a lot of grace that he would continue to rise. So I think last year I'm sure we ranked him above D'Lo. I just have more faith that D'Lo can scale down and play next to good players and like have the playmaking still be somewhat of in his arsenal, have the spot up shooting be somewhat in his arsenal. Anthony Simons, I don't know how much he can play next to good players.
I have no idea either. And now, like this season, it's probably going to be basically the same thing because like Jaylen Brown's going to be there. Cool. Derek White's going to be there. Awesome. Al Horford, it looks like he's out the building. KP's out the building. Drew Holiday is gone. Jason Tatum's not going to play. So the actual situation that you would want Simons to be in to be very scalable and see if he could fit into the championship mold is not going to be there. Like they're going to try and win as many games as possible. Obviously, they're going to try and get to what's the line for the Celtics? Like, what do we think it's going to be? Like 40 wins, maybe?
No, I think they're aiming for higher. I think they're aiming for like 48 is like the goal for a good
48
season.
is a lot.
I don't necessarily think it's gonna happen, but I think the Celtics fans are telling themselves we can still be like the 4 seed.
Yeah, I don't, and I think that they're being delusional. Like I think that they're probably going to get to around 40 wins, maybe, but it's going to be a slightly better version of Portland. Like Portland won high 30s last year, and that's kind of just going to be what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're going to trade Simons at some point. I don't really believe they're trying to rehabilitate him. He doesn't fit the mold at all.
Yeah.
I do think if they do choose to keep him, he does have the shooting ability. Maybe they can get the best of him, but he's he's one of the lowest activity defenders in the NBA. Steal percentage, 17th percentile, block percentage, 6th percentile, but 90th percentile in fouling. Like he just does not do a lot defensively, not good rotationally. You're not wanting him to fight over screens. He doesn't get to the free throw line whatsoever. He really is, I'm going to shoot throughout the dribble or I'm going to slash a little bit. And he does have decent numbers attacking the rim, but it's very much what he was a few years ago. And I don't really feel good about the important skill sets to round out your ability to play high level basketball. I don't feel good about his development there, really.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that he can do, it is shoot at a decent level. Overall, his efficiency numbers ain't great, but when you look at his 3-point shooting numbers, they stand out, especially like when it comes to, for whatever reason,
he can
his
shoot for sure.
His contested 3-point shooting efficiency too. It's top tier, top notch, and generally one of the best in the league. But I mean, there's so many players who aren't in the league right now who can literally burn anybody with anybody in front of their face, but can't do anything else on the court. So that's okay in fair ranking, in my opinion.
No, he is a legitimately great shooter. Like he is a high volume shooter. It's 50% of his shots this year were threes. That's a gigantic number. And he also had his best mid-range shooting season. So there is a skill set there. It's just, we've seen it across the league this year, the devaluing of these combo guards that are score first and don't do much else. I Quickly is above him, who's someone who I feel also disappointed with the development, but it's mostly because he got hurt last year.
Yeah.
I'm confident Quickly is an above average passer at least. I think he'll get back to, if he's healthy and plays a full season, he can give you good playmaking. Not amazing, but solid playmaking to go with a similar skill set. I don't really feel that way about Simons. And maybe Quickly's not like a great defender, but it's pretty hard to be worse defender than Anthony Simons right now.
Yeah. And the devaluing that you talked about, that's very, very real. Like Utah had to attach assets to get rid of Colin Sexton and bring in Nurkic. Like that's also very crazy for a guy that scored 18 a game. It's the same thing for Simons, 18, 19 points a game. And
we put Sexton on shooting guards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not going to be on this list, but it is very interesting to see that like nobody really wants him. And like the Magic, we've talked about, for the last 2 years, like every time should be a Magic, even with all of the defensive stuff, just because he can shoot, he can score. And so I do wonder if maybe in like a year or two, you see a lot of teams, especially out east, where there's a lot more room for improvement. If your team does lean defense, do you have the infrastructure or do you trust your infrastructure to bring in a guy like Simons who can get you 18, 19 points a game?
And I think the league is saying no. I think they're saying we're going the other way. We want no weak links and we want nobody to be attacked unless you're going to have like star level production.
Yeah.
And to get there, Simons has to get to the line a lot more. He has to be a lot more effective of a slasher. And I think at this point, if he's not making any progress there, he is still bottom 20th percentile and getting to the line. I think 19% of his shots came at the rim this year, 36th percentile. That is who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, but it's. I'm not gonna lie. After the finals performance that we saw from TJ McConnell, he really only ranks at 29 for you.
I mean, shout out TJ, incredible playoff run. He just
Yeah.
is what he is, right? He's a very limited player. There's a reason he plays 17 minutes a game. He awesome 101 scorer that can do this dog shit, but like you can't deploy him starter minutes for a reason. He has too many limitations. So fantastic at what he does. It's just so limited that I mean, if you put him higher, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah,
But like I'd rather have some players above him. Like I guess I'd rather take the bet on quickly just because, and he's also getting older, TJ McConnell. So I don't know.
yeah, yes. We're just talking about this past year though, and
Yeah.
you're right. When it comes to talking about his limitations, those are legit real things. But when he's on, and when he's on, he's on. And when it comes to thinking about him and what types of items you can deploy around him, basically any lineup you can imagine. Obviously, like he's not the strongest 3-point shooter. He prefers not to do that.
Not the strongest his kind.
Yeah,
He just doesn't shoot threes.
They were daring him.
Yeah.
In high level playoff games, they were like, "Go ahead, you can beat us."
Rick Carlisle knows how to get the most out of him. If I'm talking about when I want to build a team around, I don't particularly want a guard that doesn't shoot threes, is getting older, and isn't quite the defender he once was. Obviously, you can get the crazy steals and like crazy effort if you fall asleep and get those inbound passes, but not like he's a high activity, great defender anymore. No spacing. Him in pick and roll, like when you're Rick Carlisle and you know how to use him and get the ISO scoring going, great. But I don't think it's like something you can really game plan around.
yeah. I'm not dying on this hill.
You can
Not
have it. I'm
just
not
yet.
going to argue you down if you put him higher.
Not just yet. I would definitely put him at least above Simons at this rate. I can understand the DeAndre Russell aspect of it because the ceiling is obviously a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel quickly is his own like enigma in himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with putting him at 29.
I will say D'Lo had an absolutely atrocious year shooting wise, like uncharacteristically terrible from pretty much everyone on the court. I'm choosing to believe it's an aberration because his situation was so bad and he'll be better with the Mavs. So I'm giving him credit because I do think he's walking into a good situation next year that he will look like D'Lo that looked like every year besides his past one.
Yeah,
Mm.
But I can understand not ranking him at all based on this season.
yeah, that's fair.
And also Chris Paul's on here. I was deciding between him and Trey Jones. Just salute Chris Paul.
Mhm.
Trey Jones was ridiculously efficient this year, so I was like, I kind of want to put him on there.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's a fake ass efficiency because nobody guards him.
Yeah.
So I give Chris Paul the nod. Still a good passer, but just know it's a legacy pick.
Okay.
Next up, Mo, who do you have in this range?
At 30, I got Scoot Henderson. 29, Josh Giddey. 28, TJ McConnell. 27, I got Anthony Simons. And 26,
What do
Ty
you?
Jerome.
You always do this. You said I'd rather have TJ McConnell than Simons, and you rank Simons above McConnell as well. The only difference is one spot higher.
Listen, man. I'm in it for the entertainment.
Stu Henderson, shout out Stu Henderson. I didn't rank him. Tell me what you saw last year that you put him on your list.
I mean, obviously, like coming out of the NBA draft, specifically in 2023, the 1B draft, there was so much hype around him. And over the last 2 years of his career, everyone did like the most insane recalibrating of just what he is and what his ceiling is. Obviously, his athleticism and all that has been blown out of proportion. And it feels like Scoot Henderson he was deployed in a very interesting way alongside Anthony Simons and also Shaedon Sharpe, who they're trying to prioritize as well. And since they made certain moves and kind of gave him more of a responsibility offensively, he responded somewhat well. Obviously, like I will say, before the All-Star break, his efficiency all around was not the best.
Yeah.
But most players can say that. Specifically, his floater was at, I think it was, let me see on this iPad real quick, 31%. Terrible. Horrendous.
Shout out to iPad.
Exactly.
And he improved that floater to 37% from the field, which is amazing. Not amazing.
No, it's
actually,
not.
but
It's horrible.
for him,
That's terrible.
right, when it comes to recalibrating, good for him. Playmaking has been solid. His 3-point shot has been developed a little bit more as well. So I think 30 is a good spot to be like, okay, I will not like pain myself if this dude is on my
Do
team.
y'all hear these speakers outside?
It's ridiculous.
I don't know if the mic got it, but there's crazy asshole outside with the speakers ridiculously loud. That's
The
nuts.
base is ridiculous.
But okay, I'm not mad at that just for what we saw in the second half. Maybe I should have did that over Chris Paul. I'm not mad at it if you want to say you think he's going to continue to carry that. But I didn't think about it just because the overall efficiency numbers are still so fucking horrible. The fact that you said 37% on floater range, fantastic.
Yeah.
Still one of the worst in the league.
Yeah.
That's still fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But no, I do. The shooting is real. I think he is a good 3-point shooter. I think that has developed. And the passing, I think, is real. He has made strides there. I just want to see the like inside the arc scoring become a decent threat because that's like his whole upside, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at you giving him some credit.
Yeah, exactly. I see a little bit of growth, not the growth or not even really what I thought he was going to be coming into the league. But at the end of the day, when it comes to talking about top 3, I think he absolutely deserves the last spot.
You hate
That's fair.
Josh Giddey.
Do
Like, I mean, I think putting him at 29 is essentially saying everything you did last year was fake.
Yeah,
And like we've been saying it, but this 100% is like stamping it of like that was just fake basketball to the max.
I mean, everyone was telling me as soon as the offseason began, the Chicago Bulls were going to give him a $100 million contract. You ain't heard shit. They're currently beefing right now. They're not giving him. They're not dumb enough. The Chicago Bulls are not dumb enough to give Josh Giddey that contract.
the summer
just yet.
did just start. Like we can wait on it. It might happen.
yeah, but these days restricted free agency takes a long time, so they're just negotiating. They're gonna land on like 28 million or something.
Yeah, but like Giddey over McConnell, over Simons. Like I think, like I can see Giddey being over those guys. Like because is he gonna be the point guard of a championship team? No, but can he be a starting point guard in the league? Yeah. Once we get to 20 in this list, it really is about like two things: your vibe,
Your vibe.
like your specific vibe in terms of like what you want, and can you play next to other people?
Yeah.
I think from that perspective, I can see where it's like, okay, once you actually have good, like really, really good caliber players, Josh Giddey, it's kind of hard to fit him in a specific role. But also, you do have to give people a little bit of credit. Like 29 is
I
a
struggled.
bit low.
I struggled for sure for what you said, that I don't want him on my team.
Yeah.
I'll say it pretty explicitly, especially for the price point. I do not want to play around Josh Giddey's skill set, like at all, really. But part of it is, like you said, going against my biases and what I want on a team and like acknowledging talent and production. The last 20 games of the season, 20.9 points, 9 assists, 10.3 rebounds. Before that, the first 50 games was 12 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. And that is something, but it's also fucking fake because in that time, he shot 47% from 3, which is clearly just like outlier hot March shooting. So I'm trying to balance that where clearly that was not real, but also some elements are real. Like he did get better as a passer, probably because the scoring threat enabled it. And I don't know if that scoring threat doesn't remain, but he got to the free throw attempts from 2.1 to 5.9. So he was more aggressive of a slasher. That much was real. So yeah, I put him higher. Clearly he's not in this tier, but I'm not mad at you for just being like, I don't fucking want Josh Giddey on my team.
Like when I think about this tier, I just look at these guys as like they're pretty much grouped up in the next tier as well. You are very special at a few things on the basketball court. For Anthony Simons, it's his shooting and his ability to shoot contested threes. TJ McConnell, he can get to that fucking paint. And he has like one of the best finishing percentages for someone at that size, also at that position as well. Scoot Henderson, he has a tight handle, and obviously he's a little bit of an anomaly because he's an all around and still building. And Ty Jerome as well, like one of the better backup guard shooters and playmakers too. Josh Giddey, he's one of the better playmakers in the league, but because of his lack of scoring too and his shooting, like someone like Ty Jerome or even like a Scoot Henderson, his game is just a little bit more limited.
Yeah.
So that's why I have him at 29. He doesn't have like any redeeming qualities that's like, oh, like you're genuinely one of the best in the league at this for whatever reason.
I will say TJ McConnell has exact same limitations. So that's the one I'd probably rank Giddey above McConnell at least. But, you know, that's a tiny difference. So I get it.
All right.
You
Yeah,
ain't never seen TJ McConnell, Josh Giddey go ahead and press up like TJ McConnell, man. It's a different level of defense.
TJ McConnell's aura is definitely carrying him. All right, Donovan, who's your tier?
All right, at 30, I have DeJounte Murray. 29, I have Emmanuel Quickly. 28, D'Angelo Russell. 27, Chris Paul. And then 26, TJ McConnell.
Damn.
Quickly and DeJounte Murray, you guys played 30-something games last year. I'm giving DeJounte Murray all the pass in the world. I think, like, obviously, the 30 games were not great. It's complete Pelican stacks. Like, that whole entire, like, team organization, I don't know what it is. I don't know what to make out of it. Even this offseason, it's very weird. They're one of the stupidest teams in terms of this specific offseason. I'm still going to give him credit and still going to give him a little bit of faith that when he comes back, he can be the 30th best point guard. Like, I think for him, it's specifically that. And then Quickly, it's also injuries, but like you just don't play. And I still have not seen anything in your new role in Toronto that can make me either think that the contract that you got was actually worth it or to give me any type of, I guess, like calm of like, yeah, Toronto did the right thing bringing you in and you are a building block for them. I have no idea what they are right now. So that's why, like, I know that they're good players and they can be starters in this league. I'm just not sure. So that's why they're at 29 and 30 for me.
That's fair. I give Kuechly, same tier, a little bit higher, just because he's been hurt a lot. This was the 1 year where he missed like most of the season.
Yeah.
Before that, it wasn't that bad. So it's not like it's 3 years in a row if he's just not available. So I didn't ding him too much for that. And the Raptors were really a shit show for like most of their teams. Yeah. So I also don't ding him too much for coming back from injury and for those limited games not being super effective. I'm willing to just wipe this year off of my mind for Immanuel Quickley and just treat him on what he was the year before after he got traded when he was averaging 7 assists. And I kind of had some faith that the contract make a little bit of sense. So I'm not feeling great about it, but I'm giving him a pass for 1 year, see what he looks like next year if the team makes a little more sense. DeJounte is like impossible to rank because those first 30 games, you're giving him a pass for playing on the Pelicans, which was a shit show. He was a disaster. He was the least efficient volume shooter in the NBA. We did I think like 20 games a season. We did a TikTok where you guys guessed the worst efficiencies in the league. He was number one. Yeah. The worst true shooting in the league. That is real. Then he got hurt and tore his fucking Achilles, which like I don't know what reason to look like guy for that. So a combination of you're having the worst stretch of your career and then you have the worst injury I could imagine. No clue how to rank him. So I did a bailout, or he's a higher on my list technically, but I did a bailout. So I don't blame you for just saying last spot.
Yeah, it's because would I want him like a healthy DeJounte over Scoot Henderson right now? Yeah, I think I would. Would I rather take him over Anthony Simons if they're both healthy? Yeah, I probably would. So you can get the last spot. It's okay. And because again, these last 10 spots are really, really weird because none of them are guys where if they are your like full-time starter playing 30, 35 minutes a night, you feel like over the moon. You're trying to pick and
you feel bad. You feel bad. Like I think if you don't have a top 20 point guard right now, you feel bad.
Fair. So quickly Murray at 29 and 30, D'Lo at 28. I think that's exactly where he's at. Like, can he be the point guard for the 28th best team in the league?
Hell
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what he was last year, right? He's on the Nets. Now that he's in Dallas, can he be the backup to, let's say, like the 12th to 15th best point guard in the league?
Hell yeah.
I feel pretty good about his ability to fill in before Kyrie comes back for next year.
I think it's perfectly fine. And then Chris Paul, shout out to you. You play 82 games and you bring knowledge and experience and you know a lot of unk. It's great.
Pharaoh Tortax.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, everybody needs a really good vet. Shout out to you. And then TJ McConnell, you are getting everybody in the Pacers is getting a bump this offseason because you just performed at some crazy level, not only in the playoffs, but to have the turnaround that you guys did and actually play like a top 5 team, top 6 team for you know, the better half of the year. You guys are awesome. And
we are such yappers, man. This is 26 minutes in and we're talking about this spot too.
I just realized. But yeah, like I think TJ, if you're in this range, can you take over the game for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And TJ McConnell can 100% do that.
Yeah. Before we started, I said this is the least interesting bottom 5 we've had, and we spent 25 minutes talking about it.
You said this spot finna be 2 hours.
We're impossible.
Yeah.
I was blown away by how long our QB tier list was yesterday when I edited it for House Call. I was like, bro, we can talk. Like, this is crazy.
Get too comfortable, man.
We just yap. It's
Don't
ridiculous.
put us in a room together, man.
I know. We're going to take a quick break from the show to tell you guys about our presenting sponsor for this episode, us. House Call is a sponsor of this episode. Our new second podcast, our NFL show. You guys probably saw it at the top of this episode. We introduced it to you guys. I've been teasing it for weeks. We're here, man. A new era, a new chapter of TD3 content with a new sport. We're talking about the NFL. We're getting our takes off. Probably being casuals to begin with. Not gonna lie. Our basketball knowledge is a lot better than our football knowledge, but y'all can come grow with us as the content grows. We'll get smarter. We'll get more knowledgeable. Everything will be great. We'll have the same format you know and love on the basketball show, the same 3 of us, the same humor, the same topics, same everything, all the ridiculous hijinks you see on the show. You'll see it on the football show. Top link in the description, pinned comment. You can go check it out. Subscribe today. Episode 1 will already be out by the time you guys are watching this. Should be a good one. Tap in. All right, next tier. Donovan, who is your 25 through 21?
I got Scottie Pippen Jr. at 25, Ty Jerome at 24, Drew Holiday at 23, Josh Giddey at 22, and Peyton Pritchard at 21.
Wow.
Ooh.
Scottie Pippen Jr. I almost put him on my list, but I left him off because the scoring wasn't, it was against OKC. One of the greatest defenses we've seen in a minute. His scoring was not that great.
He had, once Ja went out, he did have a couple games in that sweep where it was nice. So like, there's that. He's He's also essentially like a starting point guard in some sense because
Damn
Ja
near.
misses so many games and he does play a lot.
He plays
for them.
alongside him too, like a little combo.
So like I did want to give him some credit. So whenever he's out there, I just really like.
You feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
That's the best word. I do feel safe. With
commands
Scottie
the
Pippen
game.
out there. Ty Jerome, best backup point guard. I guess like score.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Pritchard right
yeah,
there.
Payton's
Top
right
two.
there. But Ty also has the ability to take over games and go crazy. And like the playoff stuff was ridiculously bad. But throughout the entire season, he was on pace to get himself that bad because he was playing so well. And he could have won some more awards, but he's just not playing enough minutes. And it's kind of hard to do it whenever the backcourt that you have is so solidified in Darius Garland and D. Mitch.
Yeah.
So there's that. Drew Holiday, listen, man. Salute. Like it's getting scary, but I still wanted to give him respect. I wanted to do the same thing with Josh Giddey and a little bit of improvement. And then Peyton Pritchard won 6th Man of the Year. Like he was hooping.
Drew Holiday's tough. So much is made of him being cooked, and he is a little cooked. I also feel like he'll probably look a little bit better next year on the Trailblazers, back to having usage. He really does just like stand around the corner with the Celtics. So like I think his cookedness is exacerbated by the fact that he really is a corner sitter for the Celtics, which is being simplistic. He obviously gets the touches of bench units, but you know what I mean? And the corner 3 just didn't fall this year like it did the year before that. So I think it's pretty easy to look cooked when your main role is to be a spot-up shooter and your spot-up shot is not falling. I imagine with the Trailblazers, he's going to go back to being a little bit more on ball, and I think we'll be like, oh, look at Drew Holiday. He's still got a little bit of juice in the tank. So I'm kind of anticipating that, but going off of last year, I don't think this is crazy.
Yeah, the 3-point shot, like it was his worst 3-point shooting season since his last year in Milwaukee. And so it was very, very tough. But also with guards, I'm really a little bit nervous because you see a lot of times once it goes for guards, it's done.
Yeah.
Like you very rarely see a guard have a very down year and they look washed and they look cooked. And then all of a sudden, even if they go to a new situation, you add another year to their age and then boom, they're right back to it. So I am anticipating either a little bit more drop off or you're just staying the same as what you were last year. So 23 is fine.
Okay. I can understand that.
Mo, who you got?
So at 25, got Emmanuel Quickly. 24, Payton Pritchard. 23, DeJounte Murray. Not paying attention to that. 22, Jordan Poole. And 21, Kobe White.
Gotcha. So Jordan Poole, we mentioned this at the top. We talked about this right before the cameras turned on, actually. For some reason, we brought up Jordan Poole. Me and Donovan consider him a shooting guard. So he's not on our list. But he's like a combo, so I get why that happened. I ended up going shooting guard just because Bub Carrington was technically the point guard.
Yeah, and I guess same thing could be exactly said about someone like Kobe White too, but in my mind as well, like Kobe White's been traditionally high school, college, and mostly in the NBA listed as a point guard until Josh Giddey came. So he's just like traditionally a 1 to me.
Yeah, that's a common theme on our list. I understand we get positions wrong a lot by choice. I don't give a shit if a team decides to start 2 point guards. Those guys are point guards. We're not going to change it up. It makes no sense to compare some certain guys to guys in another position when they are so obviously something else. Same reason we kept Cat at center when he was playing power forward. That guy is a center. Yeah. So I did the same thing with Kobe White.
Okay, cool.
But interesting. Okay, so DeJounte Murray, Jordan Poole. Okay, this is pretty understandable tier.
Yeah. Payton Pritchard, I wish I put him higher. I probably could have put him higher a little bit because earlier I think I used the word special teams. He is the definition of that. He was the first NBA player on NBA Twitter, I guess, last year or this past season who was called a special teams player because of his special 3-point shooting ability. And this year it unlocked and he put up, 16 points a game, which is insane, and shot high, insanely efficient off of insane volume from 3-point line for the Celtics too. So he deserves to be probably even a little bit higher for me.
I think I have. Let me see. I think I have Payton Pritchard in the next tier.
Okay.
Really?
Let me see. Let me pull mine up if I remember. No, he's in this tier. I wish I had him higher.
Damn.
I think Payton, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my 5. 25, I have Ty Jerome. 24, Josh Giddey. 23, DeJounte Murray. 22, Payton Pritchard. 21, Drew Holiday. DeJounte Murray, what I did is I finished the list at 22. I said, this is the last player on this list I want to be my starting point guard. And then I put DeJounte Murray right after. I said, you can be by default the worst starting point guard on my list. I don't want Josh Giddey starting for me. If DeJounte Murray does get back to what he was post Achilles, which is a big hope, I'm just choosing to be hopeful that he does, that he can be the final starting point guard on my tier list. Everybody else below that is a backup to me. And so that's why I slotted him in there. Zero critical thinking there. I just slotted him in because I do not know. I have zero clue.
That's fair, yeah.
Zero clue what DeJounte Murray will be. So same reason you threw him at the end of your list, I threw him at the end of my list of starters. That's what I did.
And that's completely fair. But this tier is kind of like solidify. Obviously, there's a couple different names, but like, yeah, Ty Jerome, Josh Giddey, Peyton Pritchard. Like, it's pretty.
I
set in
think Peyton
stone
Pritchard
right
is waiting to be a high level starter. I think this year with the Celtics, we're going to see him win Most Improved Player, or at least be in the mix. Whether or not he wins, who knows? But this man shot 75% at the rim, 90th percentile,
That's stupid.
57% short mid range, 100th percentile, the best in the NBA for a point guard, 63% effective field goal percentage, the best in the NBA for a point guard, 41% from three on a ridiculous volume. He is a true 3-level scorer that everyone always looks around and says, who's the next Brunson? Who's going to make this leap from being a backup to being a starter to being a superstar? I don't know if he has that superstar notch to his belt. That's just incredibly hard to predict. Nobody's ever done that like Jalen Brunson. That's like a once-in-a-generation development curve. He can make that second leap, though. I think he can make the leap to being a high-level starter. He really has no playmaking in this game right now. He's one of the lowest assist percentages at the position.
He's finna be an
But I
all-star
think
next year.
that's almost okay for him not to have that playmaking, considering like how much off-ball shit that he does.
Yes, I was gonna say it's not even his fault. It's just because the Celtics choose to deploy him as a scorer because they don't need to do that playmaking in his current role. I think this year we'll probably see him grow more into that and get that opportunity with all the guys out. At least I would hope we see him get that opportunity. He is a sleeping giant to me. In the same way people were talking about Nembhard being that for the Pacers,
Yeah.
I think he's an even better example of that. He is a truly gifted offensive player that just literally hasn't been given the opportunity to shine. I will be shocked if by the end, if he does get that opportunity, I think he'll be top 15 next year.
Anthony Simons, get ready to follow Peyton Pritchard around.
I think
This is not your team, Anthony Simons. You are not being brought in here to save the day.
He
You are
is-
in here to
yeah.
supplement
I'm
what
glad you
Peyton
brought that
Pritchard
up.
is doing.
I'm glad you brought that. He
Yeah.
is so much better to me than Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
I think he's the same type of game, more effective at every level, and he can defend. He's small, so he's never going to be an impactful defender.
But he tries.
He pulls them shorts up. He
Yeah.
has hands. He can do some little passing lane stuff. I don't remember. I mean, to see what his activity stats are, but when I test wise, I feel good about his ability to be an active defender. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of steals, so that's not true. But I feel good about his positional abilities, his intensity, his efforts. I really want to see him take the next step.
Think about it. You never seen a white boy in the NBA with a low fade not be able to defend. Ever.
Ever.
Cut from a different
Ever.
cloth.
He has a low fade, and since day one, he's been able to defend, or at least try really hard, which is
Yeah,
dumb
he
and
tried.
boring.
He tried really hard. There's been times where he cannot defend. But
Yeah,
like,
he's just little as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I do really, really respect, because not only like the offensive game, because a lot of players you can see as soon as they start scoring like 10, 12 points a game and they start, getting a little bit more opportunity to get their bag off, they're like, this is just what I'm going to focus on. You've seen Peyton Pritchard work to improve on defense. And
Yeah.
like there's been times where he wasn't even playable because he just couldn't stay on the floor. That's not the case anymore, right? So I really do respect Peyton Pritchard and how much he's grown.
Yeah, and there probably will always be opportunities like that where he is still unplayable because of his size. So that's why I don't think he can be like a superstar, because he just is physically limited. But if he can play starter minutes, I think he can be hugely impactful. I think the rhythm in which he plays and the way he knows how to leverage his shooting ability to slash and just have that certain level of like burst, knowing when to utilize it, looks star adjacent.
Yeah. Nah, he got it.
Ty Jerome, shout out Ty Jerome. I think I'm a little wary that his insane shooting touch from the short mid range area this year that kind of made him have his ridiculous season. I'm a little wary that that's a one-off thing. But if he does it again, he'll be higher on this list. And obviously the playoffs didn't go well. I don't really care about that. It was a shit show. He didn't play well, but I still give him props as being one of the better backups.
Yeah,
I agree.
for sure.
Okay.
Next tier?
Next tier, Mo, who you got from 20 to 16?
So at 20, I got Fred VanVleet. 19, I got Jalen Suggs. 18, Drew Holiday. 17, LaMelo Ball. 16, I have Derek White.
Fair. This is about, I think it's pretty similar to my tier, it looks like. Why is Drew Holiday so high? Why do you still have so much faith in him after his down year?
Yeah, he had a not super down year, but
We
mainly
can say
down
that.
year because he was pretty injury hobbled, and his shot was somewhat inconsistent. Not somewhat, it was literally inconsistent. Overall, the numbers did edge out a little bit, but Celtics fans would tell you like he was not very reliable for last season at all. And I look at that, I understand it, but he is one of the few players on this list where it's just like you're proven, you're like 33, 34 years old going into next year. I don't have necessarily any real worries about your game just falling off of a cliff. So he's one of the few players where I'm just like, you get a pass no matter what. And I think you are towards the top of point guards when it comes to this list that we have right now.
Yeah, I think everything's taken a little bit of a step back. He's not the best defender in the NBA anymore from his position, but he's still a good defender. I think we can have faith he'll be good next year. And most of the guys on this list are not good on defense. So that gives him a big value add that I think that gives him a floor that I don't think it's nuts. I think it's a little bit too high, just because I'm showing some faith that he can go back to being on ball a little bit. But last time we saw him be on ball, it wasn't pretty. That's the reason he went up to basically being a spot up wing for the Celtics. So I don't think it'll be good enough to put him above Suggs or Van Vliet, who I think have way more offensive chops. But it's not ridiculous. The defense is still better.
I don't blame you for that as well, because around this list, I do believe too that Drew Holiday has by far or seismically the lowest amount of usage too. This is the lowest usage that he's had in his career. But obviously he's playing for the Celtics behind several guys, and I think once we see him on the Trailblazers next year, we'll start to see his true colors again. Although last year, yes, he didn't perform well, and maybe I do have him a little bit high considering what he did specifically last year. But I know the real Drew Holiday. I know you for who you are. You are 18.
You don't got to do this. This isn't the real you. I will say either way, we're going to see his true colors. We're going to see either somebody who still has a little bit in the tank, we'll say one more good run, or we're going to be like, damn, it's over. RIP. Cooked. We'll find out either way. Maybe next year he'll be off this list, or we'll be proving that Mo's right. We will have definitive answers next December.
Yeah.
Okay, other than that, Fred VanVleet, all this makes sense. These are probably comparable names we have, so we can keep revealing.
Whoo! Wow.
All right. At 20, I have Fred VanVleet. At 19, I have Kobe White. At 18, I have Jalen Suggs. 17, I have LaMelo Ball. And at 16, I have Tyrese Maxey.
So you're the highest on Kobe White. Interesting. Why is Kobe White top 20 to you?
I think Kobe White is
a bucket.
He's cool, man. He's a bucket.
Hey, he hoops.
Especially when you start getting into this range of, can you be a starting point guard? Yes, Kobe White can 100% be a starting point guard. And a couple years ago when he started to make that leap, and it was the second half of the year, it was like, okay, is this real? Is this not? And basically since then, you've seen the offensive explosion from him. And so I think that I would have him over Fred VanVleet, because even though that Fred has some really good moments, and he had some moments in the playoffs that were nice, it always, especially now, doesn't it always feel like Fred VanVleet is just overtaxed? You just always, and again, part of that is situation, but you go into every game and it's like, dang, do we really need Fred to do all of this?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
He was overtaxed.
Every time I see him play, it just feels like he's an overtaxed type dude. He's so small, not the fastest. He is pretty strong, but also at the same time, it's
exactly,
he's limited.
The fact that he's slow is why it looks that way. Because he has more pick and rolls.
It looks like he's working so hard.
Yes. He can't blow by anybody, so he works super hard to throw those arms, hit those off the dribble shots that are really tight and contested. Yeah. Nothing comes easy to Fred VanVleet, but he gets shit done. So he is the definition of overtaxed. Kevin Durant coming will help him. He was so important at keeping their offense together. And it didn't, I say that their offense still wasn't good in the half court. So relying on Fred VanVleet doesn't bear fruit, but they had so little other options for half court creation that they can consistently feel we'll put the ball in the right place, throw entry passes to Sengun, be a scoring threat and pick and rolls, be able to shoot off of Amen Thompson actions, off of Sengun actions, that he was vital. He shouldn't be so vital to a team with championship aspirations, but he is. So I'm all for respecting him, putting him top 20 as well.
Wasn't he an all-star? Back in 2021 or something like that?
Which year was it?
I don't think he was.
It was post-champion. He did it. Yeah, he won All-Star year.
It's crazy.
It's the Eastern Conference, man.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
It was post-bubble when Kawhi left.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's 19 and 20. And then 18, Jalen Suggs. Listen, it took a lot in me to not put Jalen Suggs at 17 over LaMelo Ball.
Dude, I thought about it too.
It took so much in me. And then I was like, listen, LaMelo's just so talented.
Yeah.
And he's the same way that you said, I forgot the name, but you you had DeJounte as the last guy that you would want to be a starting point guard. LaMelo is the last guy that I could say, you know what, let's try to build this thing around you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I love Suggs, everything that he does for Orlando. It's so important. They missed him so much. Even when Franz is going out and Paolo's going out, the common thread was if Jalen Suggs is not on the floor, things still look scary. But you can still talk yourself into saying, if we get the right pieces, if we get some defenders, right, the right infrastructure, maybe we can do some winning with LaMelo Ball. And that's why he's at 17 over Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, that's fair. I use similar logic. He's also very similar to my Giddey placement, where I'm like,
Suggs?
No,
LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball, where I'm like, I'm currently down, not as down as I am on Giddey, so make that clear. Maybe that scared some LaMelo fans away. I don't hate LaMelo Ball, but there's some personal biases at play that makes me lower on LaMelo just for what I value in a player. But I'm like, put that aside. I have to measure talent as talent and production. Like he is still deserving of being in a certain tier. So yeah, I treat it the same way. He's the bottom of the players that I feel like have star potential.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. There's actually Derek White's higher if we don't have star potential, Derek White, but he provides so much value that it makes up for it. But aside from the Derek White exception, he's the lowest player in this tier that everybody above him is a star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I had LaMelo there. And honestly, I think mentally, I do think that I'm probably lower on LaMelo than you are right now.
We can go
I know.
band for band for him not being high on LaMelo Ball.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I know he was fighting demons.
I'm
bro.
listen. There's a lot of conversations, but yeah, I'm just not high on LaMelo right now. So shout out to you. This is definitely
shit.
It's definitely his prove it year. Like if he comes out again this season and we get to, he has until Christmas. I named the whole season. You have until Christmas. If I'm not seeing something that shows some type of like positive growth from him, it's done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Dude, literally last year, not even last year, well, technically, I guess last year, for our Christmas episode, we all ranked him, I guess, some
Don't
like,
remind
top
me.
20,
Don't remind
25-ish
me.
at lowest because he was cruising and the scoring was at a fantastic level. The assist numbers were there. Of course, like the efficiency, I think it was better at that point in time too. And then, of course, he ended up getting injured. I think he only played like 34 games or something like that. And when he came back, nothing was clicking at all. The shot wasn't falling. Reads were off a little bit. Turnovers were ugly. It was just uninspiring. So far, his career over the last few years has just been uninspiring. And it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah. Whenever we did that Christmas list, I think I remember I like prefaced it that I'm like, don't feel great about it, but
Yeah.
30 points per game is 30 points per
Exactly,
game. I got to
yeah.
show some respect. It's fun to
Yeah.
watch, but I was like preemptively like, but also I don't know about this whole thing. It's kind of fugazi.
Do you remember what we did? Like we put him at 20, and then we had a whole conversation about like, yeah, like you're probably gonna have to move on from LaMelo. Like it's him and Trey in the same boat, and like we were still thinking that Trey was gonna get traded.
Yeah.
So we gave him credit for scoring the 30, but like you said, immediately after it was like, but you can't win with this guy.
The
Like,
whole combo
Exactly.
was about how we're obligated to do this because we really just have to like show respect so we don't get yelled at. Basically, it was like a here damn placements. But yeah, it's not surprising to me that it fell off. I do still feel bad about it because it makes that list look terrible. Many things about those lists look terrible because shit changed real fast.
Yeah.
But Jalen Suggs, I thought about the same thing about putting him over LaMelo. The only reason I didn't is because I think we all know Jalen Suggs is going to put together next year and be a two-way demon. We saw glimpses of it to start this year, but we just don't have a sample size of a whole season of him being that because when Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero went out, Jalen Suggs was left to deal with like 40% usage, and it went disgusting because he had to play like LaMelo Ball and have ridiculous usage, shoot ridiculous off the dribble shots, be the main creator. And that's not Jalen Suggs' MO. You know, that's not what you want from him. So his efficiency for the year is goddamn horrendous. Not his fault at all. So I don't care. But I'm going to wait to elevate him above guys who have star potential or even like baseline star production, like Tyrese Maxey, 2 spots above him for you. I'm going to wait to put him on that level until we see him be in that role we know he should be in for the whole year and really thrive. All the faith in the world he will. I just don't want to glaze the role player that all the nerds love because we think he can be this. I'm gonna wait till he does it.
Facts.
You guys know out of the three of us, I am like a pioneer when it comes to glazing someone like Jalen Suggs. I wanted to put him higher, but for all the reasons you said, I just couldn't just yet. We saw the elite shooting come around. Obviously, the defense has been there since day one, but we just need to see it come together a little bit. So I agree.
Even if the 3-point shot stayed, he shot 31% for the year because of that terrible situation. And to start the year before that, he was at like 37%. We were feeling good about it. As soon as we see that get back to being a sustainable sample, I'll be very, very ambitious for my placement for him.
All right.
I have 20 Fred VanVleet, 19 Kobe White, 18 Suggs, 17 Jamal Murray, 16 LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty much everything
Okay.
you guys agree with. You guys are clearly higher on Jamal Murray than me. I think he's a Jokic merchant, so I can't put him top 15. Obviously, you have Maxey here, which I think is pretty much the difference between me and Donovan's. I don't know who you have, Mo, in place of it. But yeah, like I think Maxey is a little more juice. And I think if Maxey was playing off of Jokic, it would be similar. And I think I'm dubious. I'm annoyed at Jamal Murray's inconsistency
All the
to start
time,
the year. That shit matters to me.
You fucking up my coach legacy.
Yeah, he's still high. 17 is still good because he is a performer when it matters most, and he does. It's not his fault that he has the perfect player for his skill set next to him. So I'm not dinging him for being a Jokic merchant, but I think when I compare him to other guys, I just think that in a you take him out of the specific situation they're in, you put him across other ones and do the mental gymnastics there. I don't see him being quite as portable, or what's the word, scalable in other situations.
Okay, I can understand that, but also I think I have him a tier higher. Obviously, I think when it comes to just thinking about like the core bases of the game, size, okay, the straight up abilities, and what he was able to do. Of course, like he heavily benefited more than any other guard you can imagine playing off of Nikola Jokic. I think when it comes to what I look for a championship guard, was there, and he did produce, and he showed that he still was able to produce at an inconsistent level at times last year, but he got it revving towards the I think he had like was it last season he had a 54 point game? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But the ability is still there. You are right about what you're saying.
Yeah, I think we give him a lot of. He just coasts off of like the reputation of being a playoff performer, and like it does happen, but it's not consistent enough that I'm like he's got to be up next to stars like we said after the championship, where we're like, at least for this year, we got to give it to you. I guess you're the 10th or 11th best point guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
I maybe you can put him above LaMelo for just talking this year, just because we feel so bad about LaMelo. That's fine. I that might have just been me missing that part of my list and like not thinking about that. You know, sometimes things slip by you and you don't think about every single position because you're moving people around so much. I could put him up to 16 above LaMelo for this season, but not much higher.
That's fair. Like,
Spoiler alert: Maxey is 15. I'm not putting Jamal Murray above Maxey.
that's okay. I think that both of them are big men merchants. Like I think that when you see the best of Jamal Murray, it's obviously because he's playing off of Jokic. When you see the best of Tyrese Maxey, it's because him and Joel Embiid have this insane 2-man game, and Joel's there to set up Tyrese, to take a lot of the primary like defensive attention. So anywhere in this range where you have Jamal Murray, Maxey, whatever, like that's fine.
I think it's a little bit different. I think Maxey isn't as much of a big man merchant as much as he is like limited, and the situations when he doesn't have Joel Embiid are just so abysmal that he can't succeed. It's kind of like a Jalen Suggs situation where he just can't be the only guy, the main creator. Yeah. But I think the thing with him being so good off of Joel Embiid is because that's the only time he's in a situation that's like baseline competence. He can play off of any star. I think Jamal Murray needs Nikola Jokic. I think Jamal Murray's main value is coming off of those amazing big man screens off of Nikola Jokic, those amazing handoffs where he demands all the attention and walking into open jumpers. I don't feel great about Jamal Murray's ability to consistently beat the guy in front of him and create offense for others, consistently drive and kick, be a playmaker. I think if the situation is competent, I feel a lot better about Maxey being able to drive offense rather than Jamal Murray, who I feel like is just like an elite play finisher in a point guard's body. We don't see that type of player very often these days, playing off of a guy like Jokic. I just don't feel nearly as good about his creation ability.
That's fair. It's so hard to discuss anybody playing with Jokic just because he's so good and does so much for everybody that if you moved, Jamal Murray to play with Giannis or something like that, even though that Giannis is, second, third best player in the world, whatever, the drop off in terms of how you have to get your buckets and operate, it's so different. And so if you want to put him this low, cool. I have him a little bit higher just because I do think you have to give him credit, because I don't know if everybody can be in that situation and finish the plays that he finishes. Yeah. We've seen Michael Porter Jr., who should have the easiest job in the world, which is just get rebounds and shoot open threes. And he often hasn't been able to do that. So I do think that not everybody would be able to do the things that Jamal Murray has done or will do with Jokic. So I want to give him a little bit of credit for that.
That is true.
I think I had to give him a little bit of credit. I think 17 is exactly a little bit of credit.
I don't know. He'd be pissing him the fuck off. So I understand.
Which is fair. Like, bro, coming to camp ready to go. Like, you gotta. It's okay.
He also pisses me off in playoffs sometimes. Like, he's just not super consistent. Yeah. And I think for his limited role, he's like a specialist and doesn't get talked about in that way because he has like the aesthetic of like a star point guard, and everyone's like, one of the best on All-Stars is crazy. He hasn't made it. It's not crazy at all. He hasn't made it. There hasn't been a single year in which he should have been an All-Star. There hasn't been a single year in which he was in All-Star debates for real. Like he just is a specialist, but he looks the part of an All-Star in that specialist that I think if you're going to be that type of player, I really like, you have to be consistent in the playoffs. Yeah. And since the championship run, there's just been way too many downs for me.
Okay. That's okay. That's fair.
Next up, 15 through 11. At 15, I have Tyrese Maxey. 14, I have James Harden. 13, Derek White. 12, Kyrie Irving. 11, De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
This is a very fair tier. This is very fair.
The only part I don't feel great about is Fox at 11 because he had such a down year.
Yeah.
I'm just giving him bail pretty much. I'm like, it's a one down year. He had the hand issue. He had the changing of scenery. I think he'll be back. I do need to see him get to the rim more playing off of Wemby. That's something actually we talked to him about, and I asked him about that. I was like, when you talk about, you're developing over time and you're becoming more jump shot oriented, how do you balance getting to the rim versus jump shooting? And he basically was like, I don't know, I still get to the rim a good amount. Didn't love the answer. I do anticipate he will be coached to get to the rim more, playing with the stretch five like Wemby. So I really want to see that development this coming year, and I'm assuming we will. If we don't, and the jump shot doesn't come back, which I think it's fair, he'll have a better shooting year without a broken thumb. But if let's say he has another poor shooting year and he still isn't getting to the rim, I'm going to move him down. But for now, I'm going to give him one more year of assuming he'll go back to that.
Facts. The numbers are so bad.
Yeah.
That it's like, all right,
I don't think he just sucks as a shooter now. I think it was the aberration.
Yeah, I like the placement of Harden that you have over Tyrese Maxey as well. Harden led the Clippers this year, majority of the year through Kawhi being out. And obviously, when you look at Harden's numbers raw and compared to everyone else's numbers specifically too, they're fucking ugly. They're probably the worst numbers outside of Derek White, depending on how you want to like calculate that information. But what he's able to do playmaking wise is so important, and it's such a rare quality to have in a guard. He's been doing it forever. Of course, like some of the shooting has fallen off a little bit, and just like aggressiveness and ability to go downhill has depleted, but that efficiency in terms of knowing how to get guys to their spots and improving, genuinely like putting more money in Zubac's pockets and also potentially doing the same thing or at least raising Norman Powell's value is insane. And he deserves to be at 14. I like that. I like that ranking.
See, I'm not going to lie. I put him here because I felt obligated to. Just because he earned it, made All NBA, had a year for everything you just said. I feel similar to him the way we talk about Fred VanVleet. Nothing comes easy for him, man. I just feel like he's overtaxed. He's such a gifted passer that he makes it work because he still has that IQ when he was the man. So like you see the flashes. The scoring game is just so ugly now. Maybe it's just because I was such a James Harden fan of old that it like pains me to watch him not be able to get by anybody.
That's what it was.
And the playoff thing is so bad now. Like he's very inefficient for a player of his usage. And Ty Lue knows how to get the best of him and use the playmaking, so it's fine. But I wouldn't really want to build around James Harden at this point. I respect the fact that he produced in spite of these new weaknesses of his game at this advanced age, but I don't really feel high on him after this year.
Okay.
Okay,
But he earned it. So this is a feel that you earned it. You proved that you still got some in the tank. So I gotta respect your season.
I think this is the highest random, but this is the highest Derek White placement that we have, right? I saw him on your list earlier, I believe.
No, that was Kobe White. I don't think you ranked him yet.
No, I haven't ranked Derek White yet.
Okay.
And that's a good example. I'd rather have Derek White than Harden.
Very interesting. Completely different players. Completely different players.
That one really depends on the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I mean. I think if I'm building a team, I'm allocating money in like my main creators. I don't want James Harden to be my main creator. So I think maybe you can say he's more valuable because that creation, that's like a quintessential debate between like the first option guy versus the role player. You guys know I hate that debate. And if you want to give the nod to that, I understand it. But I'd rather have the elite guy that's a little bit cheaper. Actually, maybe the money's actually kind of similar now. But take that away. I'd rather have the elite guy that can play off the stars and be a secondary player and do all that stuff rather than a middle tier lead creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can agree with you, but I think when it comes to having Derek White this high, I think his skill set can be found at a much lower reduced role. You're better off finding someone who's a lower tier, lower version of Derek White compared to a creator who's
I completely disagree. I think it's like way harder to find someone that's as amazing of a role player as Derek White rather than somebody that can be a lead guard and produce good enough. Now, James Harden's passing does elevate. He is a gifted not once in generation, but like generational passer, one of the best in the league there. So I don't want to dismiss that. But I do think these days in the modern NBA, lead high usage guards kind of grow on trees to some extent. Like most teams can and eventually will find their guy to fill that role over time. Like I don't like the Clippers, if they didn't get Harden, would have had somebody else there that they feel fine with right now at this stage of his career.
Yeah,
Question.
they would have been so much worse though too. But if you would have slapped someone like a Derek White in there and they would have had, it's just I can understand you. I'm not saying you're completely wrong, but I would just approach that differently personally.
Yeah, that thought experiment of like that's like the common thing people talk about when they compare like Chet and Paolo, and they're like, you put him on the Magic, they'd suck. I don't give a fuck about the situation.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the like what if you put player X on this bad team? Would that team be good? No, I don't care. Like that's not necessarily what I'm valuing. Like that's not the thought experiment I lead with. I lead with if I'm building a championship team and I know I have to find my star creators, my role players, my bench guys, my wing defenders, and fill all these slots. Who is more important in their role?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would rather find a different lead creator.
Yeah, that's fair. Question: what's the difference between once in a generation and generational?
To me, best of once in a generation makes it sound like there's nobody that's touching you in your generation. Like Zion's probably a once in a generation vertical athlete. He's like the best bounce there. Whereas Luka, Halliburton, Trey, etc. are just as good at passes as Harden.
But we have this. We use this word a lot, and
it pisses you off.
Okay, no, keep in mind.
I've thought about this for like the last like 6 months because we keep using the word because we keep using it. And it's like if you say something is generational, then that means that it only comes around like once in a generation, which is like 15, 20 years. And it's like, so if I can call you generational and then also in the same breath be like, yeah, but I can find X, Y, and Z person to do the thing that you do, then you're not really generational.
Okay, well, keep in mind, I said once in a generation and realized I shouldn't say that, so I pulled the word out of my ass. I don't care at all about him being a generational passer or not.
That's funny, so.
You're right. If I thought about this beforehand, I wouldn't have said either of those words. He is an amazing passer that doesn't come around too often.
Well, you're not wrong. For his time, he was, but shit caught on and every other like skill sets develop and all that.
Yeah, whatever. So. But yeah, I'm not dying on the hill that Derek White I'd rather have over Harden, but I ranked that for a reason. But I'm not gonna.
He was trying to make a point.
I'm not too passionate.
Yeah. Okay.
Where we at?
Next up, this is where we're gonna have real debates. I think so. At 15, Harden, 14, Maxey, 13, Darius Garland, 12, I got Jamal Murray, and 11, Ja Morant.
Before we started, we talked about. I was telling you guys that I feel the least passionate about this list compared to other positions right now, and I didn't think we were gonna have like heavy disagreements. I feel like we'd be in line, and it would be a pretty calm ranking. I did think that would be true until I saw you put Jamal fucking Murray over Darius Garland. And now my blood is boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very upset
this is
about
where
that.
this is where I go back to just straight up like basketball.
The Nuggets would
philosophy.
have three-peated if Darius Garland was on their team.
Would he be there first and foremost? I don't fucking know. And also on top of that too, when it comes to talking about
hey, look, I can't say nothing.
Exactly,
I can't say anything.
And then on top of that too, when it comes to
fair play,
having
allow it.
Having to
I would
poke
allow if
holes
Ja
into a
Morant
certain
wasn't right
level
there.
of
Also
defense.
true.
When it comes to
I don't allow
poking holes at a defense, it's you need to prove it to me if you're that small of a guard, and I think it's hard for someone. Like
None of the
Garland.
3 guards above him are great defenders either.
Murray's bit better just simply because he's bigger and he can take more impact.
A little bit, sure. Ja Morant, I'm not buying it with that placement. So we'll focus on Murray versus Garland.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Murray is any substantive good of a defender for that to matter in deciding the factor there, but sure, he is a little bit better than Garland, so that's not crazy. The playmaking gap here is by far the biggest gap, and I think Garland's a better scorer than Jamal Murray. But I understand your the availability thing. You guys know I'm not factoring that at all famously in my rankings, but if you want to, I cannot argue with that. The motherfucker has not been available.
It's just similar to someone like Drew Holiday. Like he has earned that level of respect, and also he did have the best playoff run since the championship year, Jamal Murray. So there's a certain level of respect that I have to give him at number 12 as well.
I think there is a certain level of respect you have to give him. Number 12 is not that level of respect to me.
Wait, talk about since the championship year.
That means
That's 2 years. That means he had a bad year and then he came back
Yeah.
and did he? It's not like it's been half a decade.
Yeah, you're saying he had a better year than 2024, which fine. That's the easiest statement to make because 2024 he was dreadful. I think Garland is a star. So I think giving Murray a baseline level of respect is fair.
Yeah.
That's just like a little like you put him at 14 and slide Murray and Garland up, I'd be with it. You could put him up Maxey and I kind of understand. And maybe I'm just too much of a Garland glazer, but to me, I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, when it comes to Garland, it's not much of a downward punch on him necessarily.
Now you hate him.
I think more so, I would like to group Murray and Maxey closer together. And Garland would just so happen to be the dude who I tax a little bit because it's like, okay, bro, it's several years now without seeing you do anything in the postseason because your consistent health issues. And on top of that too, like a few years ago when you were in the postseason, you got fucking obliterated by the Boston Celtics. And I witnessed like some of the most disgusting offensive and defensive performances too. Those things happen and I did not forget and they hurt me, bro. Because
Was he
I had
fully healthy for those
real
years?
life expectations.
he wasn't healthy last year.
It wasn't last year. I think it was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago. And then also the New York Knicks series as well that happened that happened. So there's so many like lapses when I think of Darius Garland. I genuinely do think he is the better shooter. He is obviously he's ways and above one of the best playmakers in the league. But it's just like consistent, like, what have you done for this specific year last year? And he didn't perform better than Jamal Murray.
Oh, he did until he got hurt. So if you want to say he's injury prone and the lack of availability is your thing, fine. But he performed much better before he got hurt. And I don't know. In principle, to me, like you get hurt and we're like, nah, you suck now. Like it never sits right with me in terms of evaluating who the player is. But it is a pattern to your point with him that if it's multiple years in a row, maybe that's just hard for you to get through a whole season, and that's going to be a thing you live with forever. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I do think John Morant's at 11, and
Last thing on Murray, too, it's not seismic. Like, I'm not dying on the hill necessarily because going back to what you guys said a while ago and when you guys grouped Murray and Maxey together, they're big man merchants. Very much like the similar things in Murray. Murray's not as bad of a merchant as Maxey because I do think he's a little bit better of a creator, and also he has more. He's a better 3-level scorer, genuinely too as well. So I think he's a notch better than Maxey because of that as well. But going forward to the Morant conversation, I just have so many questions when it comes in, man. I didn't come off. I'm like starting to question how much I can win with him,
and that's very fair.
Agreed. I guess I have him a little bit higher than you actually, but I agree in principle.
Okay.
Donovan, who do you have next?
At 15, I have Derek White. 14, I have Jamal Murray. 13, I have John Morant. 12, I have Kyrie. And at 11, I have Dame. So, honestly, we can flip.
Damn.
We can flip Derek White and Jamal Murray. This was another case of me just giving Jamal, like you said, the credit. And then also Derek White did take a step back this year in terms of his efficiency and his shooting, which maybe it's whatever, championship malaise from the entire team, whatever. But normally I think I would have Derek White at like 13 or 12 this year. I think I just need him to show the efficiency again, to bump him back up. But he's still amazing. He's still one of my favorite role players in the league. So there's that. You guys know how I feel about Josh. All the questions that you have, I have them as well. I don't know if I can be not only win. I think like win a finals. That's not even the stage that we're at anymore. Can we get to a conference finals? Can we have one regular season that feels normal?
Can he play?
All of that. So he's at 13, and then you got Dame and Kyrie, which is like, listen, you guys are salute. You guys are still out there or trying to be out there, right? Obviously, they're both hurt, but when they were on the floor, they were still fantastic. They were still doing their thing. Dame, little step back. The conversation for me, and like spoiler, I had De'Aaron like right above him. That was kind of the conversation. And I ultimately went with Fox because I think you've seen the decline of Dame, and then even this last year, like him getting to the rim was really tough for him, and he really fell down. Like he fell down like 5 percentage points getting to the rim. So I think him being on the decline and then giving Fox the credit of you have the jacked up pinky, you're gonna be better. That's why I put him above him.
Now I'm thinking about it. If I can make an amendment, I would slide Maxey up to 13 and then put Derek White to 14, Harden to 15.
Okay.
I think I underrated Maxey a little bit.
Yeah, that can make sense. I definitely would rather have some like Tyrese Maxey than Derek White.
Yeah.
Would I rather have Tyrese than Ja Morant right now?
I'm still giving Ja the ceiling play there. That I'm like, last year was a disaster with Taylor Jenkins. When he got fired, I'm really holding on to the fact that he really turned up when Taylor Jenkins got fired and they played through him a little bit more. There still is a debate that we talked about in our player 25 under 25 list that do you even want to play that play style? Do you even want to play through Ja Morant? Is there fruit to bear of high level offense? Don't know. I'm just giving him like it's really just benefit of the doubt, name recognition shit still to some degree. But every year it gets a little bit less and less. Like last year, we ranked him at 5. I ranked him at 5, I think.
I think I had him at 5.
I got him lower now.
Damn.
I don't got him this low. 13 is a little bit low to me, but I don't feel good about him, so I can't be mad at it.
It's just that at this point in time, it feels more like a headache trying to figure out the Grizzlies and figure out their direction and their future with Ja Morant at the helm. And like he's still so talented. That's why you're going to buy in. He plays just enough to where you can see the vision, but it's not fun.
Yeah, and like I don't even want to get into it because we've talked about it so much over so many rankings that if somebody's watching this for the first time and they haven't seen our other rankings, they're probably like, That's it. You just don't like John Morant's vibe.
No.
And I'm like, no.
No, I don't.
You don't like.
But no, we've talked at so much length about
Yeah.
his style of play and you had to really get the best case scenario for John Morant to
The
drive high level
trade-offs.
offense. And we just their team just has not had high ranking offensive ratings for entire seasons with John Morant. He's elevated in playoffs and had big moments, but when he is the high usage lead guard and isn't the best spacer and really has to like just force his way to the rim and create shots, he's amazing at creating corner threes. He is great at what he does as a drive and kick guy, but he's not the best off ball player playing next to other stars. Has never led high level offense. Obviously, the availability is a concern. The up and down shooting is a concern. There's just not much proof in the pudding with this style of play leading to success.
Exactly. So
But the talent is there, so it's a
Sucks
tough
to-
conversation.
Yeah.
sucks to suck though.
I'm a firm believer that most guys that have the talent of stars can lead to high level play if the right situation is there. Like the whole conversation of like, can you win a championship with these guys? And people usually only say the guys who have already won a championship or like won MVPs. I think the list is a lot bigger than that. Like most players can be the best or second best player in a championship team if everything else makes sense. So that's like why I feel inclined to give guys credit in John Morant's situation where like the talent is there, it hasn't worked out. I'm like, we can find the best case scenario. There is a world in which it'll work out, but I don't know. I can only say that for so long.
Yeah. If you were able to be Doctor Strange, how many worlds would there be? You
Yeah.
know, where Morant is the best player on the championship team out of a million, billion,
That
whatever.
is
Yeah,
true.
not a ton.
So-
It's getting increasingly difficult to imagine what that team construction looks like.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to see it next year after trading Desmond Bain. I don't think they're any closer to it.
Nah.
Pain, man.
On to the top 10. Donovan, who do you have from 10 to 6?
At 10, I have De'Aaron Fox. At 9, I have James Harden. At 8, I have Darius Garland. 7, I have Cade Cunningham. And at 6, I have Trae Young.
Shout out you. Righting your past wrongs and respecting the shit out of James Harden after
Hold on
hating
now.
on him
Hold on
forever.
now. Hold on now.
Look at you righting your wrongs.
Understand what this is. It's a quick okie doke. Build you up to tear you down. Listen, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail, right? But in the regular season, to carry like that team that we thought was gonna be
True.
the 12th team out west, 13th out west, right? You're not getting Kawhi until 50 games into the season, and even then, like Kawhi had good moments, but he was never peak Kawhi. We saw it for one game in the playoffs, and that's it. I do think that his ability to provide a floor for a team is very, very high.
Definitely.
And like if you like him or Jamal Murray, and this is the exact conversation that you were talking about, but if you put both of them in a situation like that where it's like, hey, it's very limited talent, we'll see what we can do. Can we be competitive? There's no way in hell that Jamal Murray is leading that team to 50 wins.
Yeah,
and the
you're
fact that you can have so much in and outness from all of the stars. You had a lot of turmoil in the offseason, letting Paul George go, all this, and somehow the Clippers are the 9th seed. Now, can they ever just get out of their own way and lift whatever curse is on the franchise? Probably not. I don't know if they can do that. But putting yourself in that position, I do have to give James Harden so much respect because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely respect the regular season aspect. You know what it is? I index for the playoffs a little more and like championship basketball, which I don't know if I usually do that on these lists, so it was a little bit inconsistent for me.
This is the one time that I was like, nah, man. Like regular season is
Yeah.
where it's at.
And I'm usually the
Okay.
opposite. I'm usually like
Yeah.
respecting regular season. It's just, I don't know, something about the inevitability of what the playoffs will bring
Yeah.
that I'm like, I can't do it with him specifically. But I respect the notion. I've treated similar players in similar ways before, so I can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Whew.
after next season, if the same thing happens again, then we do have to like. Obviously, we've had the conversation for like a
The
decade.
7th fucking time.
Yeah.
You having the conversation by yourself at a wall,
Oh,
bro,
no, yeah.
every single time.
Yes, but I do think that if the same thing happens next year, then like the one thing that we can then talk about that hasn't come out yet is like, oh, he's definitely gambling. Like at that point, if you are choking every single time, you have to be doing this on purpose.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
it
oh
it has
my
to be
God.
that.
Not one of my goats. Trey over Cade Cunningham. Explain
Wow.
that. That's a tough conversation. That's a tough debate. I can understand either way, but
Yeah.
what separates Trey from Cade to you?
I think Cade is really good, but I also think that we graded Cade and the Pistons on a massive curve this year, and it was the first time that they've been competent in like 6 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, look at them. That's awesome. And then this is also where I start to get to like the playoffs. Mind you, Trey wasn't in the playoffs or whatever. But Cade, you saw it in the playoffs. Like there's still a lot of questions about his efficiency and his ability to be that like number one guy, ball in your hands all the time and create for yourself and create for everybody. And I do think that Trae, the one thing, or not the one thing, but the biggest thing that I took away from the playoff run and the Eastern Conference Finals between the Pacers and the Knicks is like, okay, there is a world where you can build a contending team around a point guard who has this very specific style of play, is not a great defender, and you can have all the ancillary pieces. And so for a while there, that idea was going out the window with Trae Young. And I think that what Tyrese and the Pacers did, and then what the Knicks have done with Jalen and Cat, it's kind of revived my hope that the Hawks can get back to the conference finals and that they can be extremely competent. And so I've thought that Trae Young has been underrated for like a year and a half, 2 years now. I do think that he still is very good.
I love everything that you're saying. I will say, though, I did not rank Trae Young this highly.
Yeah, quick question. When do you think is the last time Trae Young shot above 50% from two?
Probably 22.
It was exactly 22.
Also, quick question again. When do you think was the last time Trae Young had great spacing on his team?
22.
22 as
Fair.
well. So I think for this specific year, I agree with everything that you're saying. You were speaking hella bars. But I will say for specifically last year, I'm not going to condemn your Trae Young ranking. Of course, what the fuck am I to do that? But I feel like a lot of the same issues a lot of the questions you had about Cade is the exact same question that you could have about someone like Trae Young.
100%.
When it comes to like, okay, like I see it, but can I win with you? And I feel like because of the nature of someone like Cade's game, who is physically more imposing, has shown to be much more versatile as a defender, much more versatile as a scorer. Those are the harder questions in my mind that Trae Young obviously can never answer in his entire career. But if the Hawks, which we all believe like can build a certain way, which it looks like they have built a certain way, I think like their ceiling and Trae Young's ceiling as a player will be higher. But just based off of what I've seen from this year, there's no way in hell I can say like Trae outperformed someone like Cade last year specifically.
Yeah, that's fair.
We just haven't seen Trae Young be an effective inside the arc scorer since they changed the free throw rules.
Shut the fuck up. You say that, but also at the same time too, brother. You know what's so funny? The other day I talked about how I'm so happy that the Hawks have all this spacing now. I don't have to see David Roddy play on this goddamn team anymore. And then the very next, like 2 days later, he got traded back to the Hawks, bro. I can't fucking escape. I'm in hell.
Yeah. I'm not like, I mean, it's not crazy, but I'm finding it. The spacing is a thing. I'm not saying he's been good team constructions. I just, every time we have these conversations, I'm not the quickest to just apply every lack of scoring effectiveness to the spacing. It's like the Paolo Banchero conversations. And I'm like, yes, it's not like you're playing with 5-year-olds though. There is still competency around you. It's not like you can't get anything off. And I think we just haven't seen him have the same level of scoring at the rim and being able to consistently create inside the arc in a long time now. And I'm just like, it's been a lot of years stacked up now where the first year we were like, oh, he was so great last year. We'll get back to that. It was the aberration. Happens again. Okay, well, we've seen him do it before. Happens 3 times in a row. I'm like, well, maybe this is who he is now. Like, it's just, maybe we're entered a new phase where the playmaking,
I agree with you.
The playmaking is as good as it's ever been. So he's still a great player, but we haven't seen him be a true high level scorer in years.
In general, like his passing is much better, levels better than his scoring. It's been like that since college. His numbers in college are inflated as hell because he was a demigod back then because of just a whole different game.
No, it was crazy.
Yeah, but in the league, like his scoring is so much more limited. And I think when you add that, okay, scoring limited, but still you can get some shit off. But then on top of that too, think about all the other elite point guards who are around this tier. He has the worst supporting cast, worst just like offensive players around him as well. Outside of Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
outside of Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Harden, Garland, De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, like all these other guys around him have very capable scorers throughout not the entirety of their career, but the last few years. And that's something that Trae Young just doesn't have. So you have that alongside the nature of his game as well. And sometimes the ill-advised, let me do his ass real quick, pull up 30 feet away, that he does sometimes too, kicks his ass on both ends. And so that's why I'm like, 6 is a little bit too much, but I love it.
And also, Cade is like way more defensive utility than Trae Young.
Exactly.
Cade's a legit interior defender. I love watching him protect the rim in those rotations. Obviously not consistently. I just wish Cade would be aggressive at the rim and get to the free throw line. If he can get to the free throw line and Trae Young could, if he had that grift in him, had the instinct in him, this would be a top 10 player in the world.
If he was unethical,
Yes. I don't even think it's ethics. I think he's just bad at it. I think he just does
Yeah.
not have the instincts to draw free throws and to use his physicality because he just doesn't have. He's not the fastest player. Doesn't create the best advantages. He really has to work for his shots on the interior, and he's gotten to the point where he can work for it. He can get to him, so he's solid enough. He still is above 50% from two, despite the lack of burst. He is a really good in between game, creating those difficult shots. He just doesn't have the ability to create enough easy looks to be a true high level scorer.
yeah,
But I feel he's not as good of a passer as Trae Young. It's not like it's the biggest gap in the world. He's a very good playmaker.
yeah,
And his defensive versatility is really good. He's not some lockdown defender or anything. He's not even as good as Shea. But as far as lead guards go, he has way more utility than most guards.
definitely.
I put him a little bit higher. And it's more about Trae Young to me than it is Cade.
Yeah, and
I still have concerns about Cunningham for sure.
yeah, it's very much my Hawks optimism
love it.
going
That's
into
fair. That makes sense.
that's very much what it is, because even if you look back at last year, like Atlanta, they did their thing somehow. They were 40 and 42, still right there at that midline.
Yeah,
I mean, Detroit won 44 games. It was a 4-game difference,
Yeah.
which is like a week and a half of basketball. And so when you consider the fact that Jalen Johnson is going to be there, hopefully, right, knock on wood, but he'll be there for a majority of next year. I think that the Hawks are going to be better, and I do think that a big part of that is going to be Trae Young being closer to the version of Trae Young that we all think that he can be.
I feel the opposite. I think they will be better, and it will have very little to do with Trae Young. I think it'll be everything getting better around him,
Yeah.
and just less being on his shoulders. Because I think the idea we have of Trae Young,
And it might be less is more for him. Like you might not need Trae to be super high usage. I need you to score 30 and 11, but like, can you get the old, like, oh, his stats, like he's a good stats bad team guy, and as soon as like you get better players around you, all this, and it's like he finally learned how to play. But low key, kind of like, I don't need Trae to score 32 a night. If I can just get 22 and 10, 22 and 11 out of Trae Young, and it feels much better, that might be the best version of Trae Young. And so from that aspect, I do think we'll get a better trade next year.
fair, yeah. I think that's a decent point. Yeah, I just think the point we have in our heads of Trae Young from 2020 through 2022 was like, this man's like Luka, 30 points per game, 10 assists, just is the complete engine. I just feel like those days are gone, and we have to recalibrate to closer to. We want him to be like what Tyrese Halliburton is,
Exactly.
where you average 22, a better score than Tyrese, but not closer to Tyrese than Luka, and you be a elite playmaker. It's just tough when you're also tiny.
bro. In his second year, he put up like 30 and 9 or 30. And
I'm telling you,
bro.
I was only halfway joking about the free throw things.
Stupid.
Pre-rule change, he was a demon.
Dude.
He was a grifter to the extreme, and you could
Yeah.
not stop him, and the league allowed it.
Brother, man, that one, I think, I don't want to say CP3 birthed this move. It was a CP3 Harden thing. That one move where I think it's called, you put your defender in jail and you get your guy behind
Yep.
you and snaking the ball. Oh my God.
You just jump
he
backwards.
was- yeah, he was a demon when it comes to that, man.
They took that away, and he lost the superpowers.
Man.
Listen,
We'll be back.
They did make it to the IST semifinals.
You know what? You are damn.
If you put a gun in my head and said
Damn
tell me who
right.
was in the IST semifinals, I would be dead immediately.
I
Oh God,
I
I didn't
forget
even
who-
remember that.
I forget who the Thunder played, but I know it was the Bucks and the Hawks, and then it was the Thunder and
Who did the Thunder
whoever.
play?
I cannot remember.
Was it the Lakers?
No, it was the year before. They got eliminated kind of early this year.
I couldn't even remember that.
But also they've announced the
oh, they did.
they announced the groups for this year's IST.
Yeah. All right, next
Ew.
year. Next list. I have 10 Damian Lillard. Salute. Probably last year will be on here. Post to kill these. Had to give it to him. 9 John Morant. 8 Darius Garland. 7 Trae Young.
The
6 K
Rockets.
Cunningham.
The Rockets made it to the IST final because remember they had the game against the Warriors, and it was like some bad foul calling, and Steve Kerr was getting all mad.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's what it was.
It's typical.
Can't bring it to myself to recollect that because I do not give a fuck about the IST semifinals. But yeah, so the only real difference is I swapped Cunningham and Trae Young, so not
Okay.
a big gap there. But I feel good about there being at least a one position gap there. I don't. If Darius Garland didn't get hurt, I'd be like, hey man, you can have Trae Young conversations with me.
Oh my
But
God.
he hasn't been there, so I'm gonna give it to Trae Young, who is an
Okay.
engine and who is like I agree underrated in some regards, but
So you feel safer when it comes to Darius Garland compared to Ja?
yes. because Darius Garland is better playing next to stars. He's a legit off-ball player. He's a fucking amazing off-ball player, actually, especially playing under the new coach. We talked about it with him. The thing that they put into his head that every time you pass the ball, sprint to the corner. The relocation he had this year was beautiful. Everything we glazed Jared McCain for, Darius Garland did that all year. That Kenny Atkinson system was built on their shooters being able to run around, relocate, and create constant chaos, constant pace and space. Garland was a huge part of that, while also being their best playmaker, their best on-ball guy in that regard. Fantastic off-the-dribble shooter, can get into the paint, create shots for others, feed their bigs. I think he is probably the best guard in the NBA right now of mixing together on-ball and off-ball on this point guard list.
Okay.
I'll-
Yeah, because like Luka,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Steph Curry.
yeah.
Steph Curry
Yeah.
exists. My bad. Forgot about Curry. But like the guys up top, like Luka and Shea, aren't as good off ball as Darius Garland. And obviously those guys are light years better on ball, so they're better players overall. But in terms of being versatile to play with star bigs, another star guard, and Donovan Mitchell, that went well this year.
Yeah.
He can really be plugged into almost any situation. He might be able to play next to Luka Doncic. That might be possible. And what other point guard in this list can play next to Luka Doncic besides Kyrie Irving? He's a hard guy to fit with, and I think Darius Garland could do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I
You just
respect
need him to just be in bubble wrap, man. Just
Yeah,
be healthy, please.
It's unfortunate. Again, maybe it is a symptom of just his body type.
Mhm.
I don't care to put that into my analysis. I understand that it is a thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I prefer to just judge them based off what we can measure and what we can analyze and their abilities. I feel like injuries are mostly luck, obviously with some exceptions, like certain Ball brothers ankles. But I don't know. I just don't know how to apply that with any sort of consistency.
Okay. Let's see what my list looking like. So at 10, I got De'Aaron Fox, just like you. 9, I have Trae Young. Wow, I was the lowest. I was the most honest. It's crazy, man. Things therapy do.
I
for
feel like
you.
we're always the lowest on our own people because we're
Yeah.
trying not to look like Glazers.
Yeah.
Not me.
At 8, Cade Cunningham. 7,
Yeah, I'm a Glaze.
I have Kyrie Irving.
I'm consistently the highest on my guys.
And 6, I got Damian Lillard. So of course, what sticks out like a sore thumb is that I got the Unks up there, 6 and 7, and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie had a great, very underrated year. Obviously,
Yeah.
injuries, issues. There's inconsistencies in my argument when it comes to comparing someone like him and Darius Garland. I think we could all probably agree. Like last year, 1-for-1 player, Kyrie Irving was better when he was available.
Then Garland.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that. I would definitely say that he was a better defender as well. Much better defender as well.
All right. I mean,
I would-
Kyrie Irving's one of those guys. It's like underrated defender. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put that into my analysis. It's not like he's a plus defender making your team better. I don't. I feel like you think Garland is like the worst defender in the league. It sounds
No,
like.
I don't think he's the worst defender in the league.
Because you're like way better. Like Garland's a
This guy's a
liability.
lick.
No, it's not that he's a lick. It's more so like
I feel like you remember Tatum attacking him. You remember that? They don't play Tatum every night.
No, it's not that. It's like it's more so. I think Kyrie Irving's defense improved
It did.
so much over the last few years.
Yeah.
And so that's why I gave him that boost. So again, I have been acknowledging when it comes to Kyrie specifically, there's inconsistencies in my argument. But when it comes to Lillard, I legit think he was a top 6 point guard last year. He had a down year last year and 2 years ago, first year with the Bucks, but last year he revamped his game. He fit a little bit better. He had amazing shooting stats. I think he averaged like 25, 7, 8, 9 assists, 7, 8 assists or whatever, and he shot like 38% from the field. It was pretty much like identical numbers.
Yeah.
Lower volume, of course, to the last year in Portland. So
Yeah,
very much that guy.
I hate so much that his last amazing years were just wasted not fitting with Giannis. Like his PR is in the toilet. Your placement is not crazy. I honestly probably should have put him higher. It was just cowardice probably. But yeah, he's still so good. It just did not work, and his abilities were neutered a little bit. But he's still, like you said, 25 on great efficiency. Like it was still a good version of second option Lillard.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I got him there. Of course, the Achilles tear, inconsistencies in my conversation, but this is where I just have to give him one more final salute before who knows what happens next.
Yeah.
Damn, talking like he's dead. But yeah,
What do you mean? He's not even signed to a team yet. What's taking so long?
taking his time trying to decide what's best for him in this weird situation.
I guess.
I'd take all the time in the world. Just for what rush?
Yeah, what's the rush?
Yeah. So,
Kyrie 7 is less understandable to me just because that's just high. But I get the Lillard thing, and I'm not crazy. I mean, again, below him is Cunningham and Young, who we feel are flawed but promising
Yeah.
players, and Fox obviously had a terrible year, so can't be too mad at it. This is the one time I won't get mad about it.
Yeah, this range right here is where, like, obviously these guys are all all-star level talents, but there's specific things that we're all waiting to see grow in their game when it comes to Cade Cunningham and some scoring things. Trae Young, we're waiting to see other things grow around him. And then De'Aaron Fox just got their injuries and all that.
Yeah.
But these two right here, Lillard and Kyrie Irving, specifically in this conversation, complete conversation already. He's a hunk, and he's been there, done it before, and he had a good year last year as well.
I can't wait to see what it looks like when Kyrie returns and like be the lead guard for this team. Like, obviously, there's some trepidation with lead guard Kyrie and the fruits that might bear. It's pretty interesting when Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis are there. Like, that's an interesting duo of players. I think Cooper Flagg will have some creation ability to him, and obviously AD, amazing scorer that can relieve some pressure if they have a connection there. I wish he didn't get hurt because I feel like we have a very, very interesting dynamic that maybe we see the best lead guard Kyrie ever if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think he definitely would thrive way more. Last time we seen him as a lead guard,
Nets.
it was when forced the Nets, and even before that too, it was the Boston Celtics thing. And I think he thrives more if you don't have LeBron James next to him. I think his best position is suited with like a very dominant big, and that's something we haven't seen just yet. And I think he's going to have like the best production of his career, some of the best.
Yeah, AD, Kyrie Irving dribble handoffs seem insanely hard to guard. How do you like AD has AD ever played with a guard with that type of off the dribble shooting? Not really. Like pull up
Probably
from
not.
mid range, coming off that kind of like a Jamal Murray, Jokic type thing.
Nah,
I don't know if he's ever had that.
never.
Actually, I do know that he's never had that.
Yeah.
He definitively has not played with a
I'm
guard
like
that skill set.
scanning through the guards that he's played with. Etuan Moore, nope. Darius
Dennis
Miller,
Schroeder?
nope. Dennis Schroeder,
I
nope.
say Etuan
D'Lo,
Moore.
nope.
Not even a guard.
Etuan Moore is a guard.
I mean, he's more of a
fuck?
wing. He's not running pick and rolls.
I mean, I'm not finna get into Etuan Moore conversations.
We're
I've
not
heard
running
him
dribble
name it here.
handoffs for Etuan Moore.
Listen, man, I'm not finna do this. You're not finna just sit here and disrespect Etuan Moore in this podcast. But let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I'm just saying for the point of like, can somebody start play like Kyrie Irving? Etuan Moore is the last relevant name.
Etuan Moore was just a shoe, and you took that to heart.
Well, okay, that's our 6 through 10. It's now time for the top 5. I wonder if we had debates here. I really don't know. Let's just rule them all.
Okay.
At 5,
Well,
I have
fuck.
Tyrese Halliburton. 4, I have Jalen Brunson. 3, I have Steph Curry. 2, Luka Doncic. 1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You idiot, you read my list.
And well, you know, we're all the same. Who's copying off of whose homework?
Good. I thought you guys were gonna put Halliburton
Hallie.
at 4.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
Was that a discussion for you guys?
No, I've been no, just because I've like been saying that Brunson's better, and I guess I'm just gonna stand on it regardless.
Yeah.
But no, I really value Brunson, and you know why? I probably value Brunson because of how much I've come to value Shea, and I think Brunson is so similar to Shea and the value they bring that I'm like maybe that makes me inflate him a little bit. But I think him and Halliburton are very similar calibers of player, and Brunson maybe gets a consistency nod. That might be the difference there. But it's pretty close. I can't be mad at you putting Halliburton above him.
I haven't looked at any stats, but I just know for sure. The shit that Brunson does is generational, man. I said the same thing about Shea before everyone else crowned him like 2 years ago. You remember when I like said Shea was better than Jason Tatum? I said the type of shit he's doing is generational. Again, back then, I ain't looking at no stats, but it came to be true. Generational shit, bro.
I didn't look at any stats. Why not?
Exactly. Put the iPad down. I'm raw dogging this
None.
bitch, bro. The consistency of
Not even
buckets,
counting stats?
I ain't looking at shit.
I didn't
Fuck
try.
that. I'm looking at straight up buckets and how many times you can get them, bro. And he
That's
is
fair.
one of the greatest at all time at that size specifically, and just in general, it feels like in the NBA.
Yeah, I do
And
think
I agree with the SGA comparison.
he is an all-time scorer for his size. Whatever caveat you want to throw for like small guard score, like he does have like once in a generation scoring abilities for his type of player. Like he really is like he's transcended to a
I'll
level.
allow it.
He's like transcended to a level of like elite scorer that people don't quite think about him that level because he hasn't won anything. And I think he has a stigma of old second round pick and like all these things working against him reputation wise that if he was like a top 5 pick in the draft and a little bit younger playing like this, people would be like, oh, okay, so this is a guy that we can compare to other guys in past generations and be like, Brunson does a lot of things better than these guys. The way he's able to be a true engine of an offense as a lead scorer and have his scoring be consistent against a variety of coverages and be able to just assert his will against highest level defenders, highest level defensive aggression. It is so similar to what Shea does and what won Shea a championship.
I'm so interested to see what this next year looks like because I do think like Brunson was able to, and I think one of the more underrated parts of his game, and maybe people know it now because like since Tibbs got fired, but like the there really was no offense.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Like the offense was so simplistic, and it really was roll the ball out there, Brunson go get us a bucket, and he delivered time after time after time. And so this next year, now that Mike Brown is there, for the bar that Tibbs laid, the offense is going to be a little bit more complex, a little bit more nuanced. And so I wonder how people view him, because you're not going to see the crazy bag work every single play. Obviously, it's still going to be a part of his game, and he's still going to do it. But like, if the offense gets more creative and you get more easy looks for Brunson, how do people look at him as a scorer? But either way, like, he's done this for multiple years now, where the Knicks go into a playoff game and it's like, we're going to need 30 from you. Whoever the second option is, they're not going to be here. Like, just go do it. And he's had 30, 40, 50 point playoff games, like all that. Well, actually, has he had 50? I think so.
You said like 48 for sure. I don't know if you said 50 or not.
Yeah,
but either way,
it's been of that caliber. So yeah, I just think like being able to drive your team because you are that level of a scorer, it's so rare.
yeah, and I think it's an interesting like philosophical debate between Brunson and Halliburton, because the way Brunson can control the game as a scorer is quite similar to the way Halliburton can control the game as a playmaker. Like, they are both like stand out with their abilities to, like, there's other passers as talented at throwing accurate passes as Tyrese Halliburton. Luka can throw a higher variety angles of passes and throw these skip passes with just as much velocity and accuracy. There's other guys like that, Harden, Trae Young, etc. Halliburton has a unique way that he dominates the game with the smart decision-making, quick decision-making, that his playmaking is a little bit more impactful, I think, despite other people being similar skill in terms of passing the ball. I feel similarly with Brunson. There's other guys across the league that can shoot as well, can get to the rim as well, can shoot from mid-range as well. You know, measure each skill. Maybe they're similar. Donovan Mitchell, we'll throw that out there. But Brunson as a scorer is so much more impactful to me than Donovan Mitchell in terms of consistently leading offense.
Yeah, I agree.
So they're similar in that way, in that their impact and being able to be built around are built off the shoulders of their outlier abilities and their outlier consistency with those abilities, that it's really to each their own. I feel like they're pretty much even.
Yeah, I can agree with you when it comes to Brunson and the type of.
Hold on, new breaking news. Free agent Marvin Bagley has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Washington Wizards. Give me your live reaction.
Come on, man.
Anyways, Jalen Brunson.
My bad.
Shout out to you, Marvin
Sorry
Bagley.
for trying to have a well-rounded runnership.
The level of buckets that Brunson be getting is just so stable and consistent. And of course, like, it's due to the niche things in his game. He likes to get his buckets off of 2 feet, which throws off us one-on-one defender off every single time, because it's literally like unpredictable. And it's little niche things like that which makes it gives him a floor consistently no matter what, as long as his shooting is able to maintain. And little things like that is why he's such like an anomaly, and it's hard to compare him to someone like Donovan Mitchell, who just he isn't that level of, he's a great scorer, but he's not that level of consistency of scoring.
And
specifically.
You just stick on the D-Mitch comparison. He also, how do I phrase this? He's not as much of a impactful scorer in terms of creating offense for others with his scoring. He oftentimes can go into, like, for lack of a better word, ball hog mode, where he gets his off, but isn't necessarily as good at creating those opportunities to drive offense for others. That D-Mitch falls into those bad habits. I never feel like Brunson falls into those bad habits. I feel like when he needs to, he'll make the extra pass. He plays on a team that kind of requires him to, like, force the tough shots, because swing that bitch to Josh Hart, swing that bitch to OG Anunoby to make a play. Like, in the Tibbs offense, that's not giving you any easy looks. You're just swinging to them to do the same thing you're doing, attacking a one-on-one isolation. Not often is that the best thing to do. So I think his style of play is a lot by necessity. I do believe that if he played for a Will Hardy, he played for a coach that's going to get you moving off ball, going to do all these fancy ball movements to create shots for others, I think he can make those passes. I think he can throw good, timely cuts to those guys. If he was, God forbid, he played for a coach that allowed him to use Karl-Anthony Towns to his most and run effective pick and pop and actually elevate Cat, I do think he has enough playmaking chops to execute that if the offense allowed it.
Now we're talking. now we're cooking. And yeah, it really is interesting, because like Halliburton, and it's a little bit of confirmation bias, but like the Pacers did create a team that fit Halliburton like insanely well.
Yeah.
And we knew from day one, having Cat and Brunson, it limits both of them and how effective both of them can be. So like,
and it makes your weaknesses look worse.
Yeah.
Because their
Very
defense.
true.
Yeah. So like, we'll see what this next year looks like, but if you had a different center there that was actually like a full-time, defender, rim protector, all that stuff.
Like a Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, but whatever. But like, how would all that come together, and would it look different? It probably would, than having Brunson and Cat there. But yeah, we've said a lot, but the consistency
question
of
for you.
bucket.
I do feel kind of bad when I'm playing Halliburton above him. Like now, the more I'm thinking about it, just off of like, and so I'm not gonna change it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like something in me that's like, all this is I'm talking about how they're so even. But then I'm like, man, I never think like this ever. But I'm like, is there an intangibles edge I got to give to Halliburton of just like the clutch factor, the get shit done factor, what we just saw him do in the playoff run, be able to
He was the clutch. They were both like,
I know.
he's the clutch player of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Brunson also has that. That's why I'm struggling. I'm like, there's something in me that wants to just do recency bias to the fact that Halliburton got to the highest level and was one half away without an injury from
understand
winning a finals. I'm like, there's something in my head that's like, should I put him 4?
Listen,
It's so close.
In 2 years, when Halliburton comes back, I can't wait for this Knicks Pacers series because they beat us like the last 3 times. So I'm waiting for it.
A question that I have for you, Donovan, is: do you think there's a world in where you can see Brunson surpassing Curry next year?
Next year, yeah.
You think that'll happen? Do you think there's an argument for him like being better than Curry right now?
Fuck no.
Not now, but but after next year, if it happened, I wouldn't. I would be shocked just because like it's Steph Curry, but I don't think I would be like, oh wow.
That's
like,
a hard question because Curry might just get old. Like if that happens,
that's
it's just
what-
because
that's
Curry
what I'm
takes a
saying.
step back.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
really
what I'm
about
saying.
Brunson.
And so we could be here in December and I could still say, actually, no, it's gonna take a lot.
I don't know.
Because I do.
We're a couple of years. I think Curry has at least one more year at the same level.
Me personally, I wasn't close to doing it, but I thought about putting Brunson at number 3 because of availability reasons a little bit, and also when it comes to just like straight up production, obviously he doesn't. I don't want he can damn near look Curry in the eye when it comes to what you get done at the end of the day. Obviously, it's so fucking different, but in the consistency of it, hey man,
I know what
Actually-
you're saying.
actually, no,
I know what you're saying. You're saying because, especially, it's really because the first half of last year before Jimmy Butler, his points, rebounds, assists type of game and production was down. It was hard for him to get his game off because we talked about
maybe
it for
there's
months.
tax when it comes to that too.
Yeah, he was just in such a bad situation that we talked about it a lot early this season. He's not Curry anymore to the point where he can carry anything to score 30 points a game. He needs some help. You can't ask him to blow by guys every play with no help at all. So that element of Curry is gone. But I think we saw when they got Jimmy Butler that he give him enough so teams can't throw quite as much attention to him. Give him the release valves like a Jimmy Butler, like a Draymond, competent shooting when Pods is playing well again. He still is at the level that, to me, it's not a conversation yet.
They added Jimmy, and then like within the first couple of days, they went into Memphis and he had like 12 threes in the
Yeah.
game. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's back.
You got
He's
a swagger
back.
back.
I guess the situation was bad that it like clouded a lot of stuff. for
It
him
wasn't
a
just
little
bad. It was cataclysmic. It was the worst case scenario for Steph Curry's specific skill set at this specific age.
bit. Yeah.
Any conversation between Luka and Shea, or that's pretty much just like clearly Shea's earned it?
Shay's got it. Like
Yeah.
Luka has to go out and do what Shea did this year. He has to go out and snatch the chain back.
Yeah, I don't
And-
know if I have much faith in him. Like, this is hard to say because I'm obviously a big Luka fan. He's on my favorite team. Also a big Shea fan. So I don't think there's bias either way here. These are two of my favorite players. I find it hard to believe we're going to be able to definitively say Luka's better than Shea anytime soon. Just because Luka has to do a lot, and he has to win a championship pretty much. Since Shea's going to continue to play at MVP level. He's going to continue to make deep runs because the team is going to be good enough. Luka doesn't have that same
Luxury.
of being on a great team right now. He's going to have to get out the mud and bring them back to that level. And PR-wise, he has a lot working against him right
Exactly.
You
He
know-
has
you know
the
what it
worst
is.
type of the worst type of PR that any superstar can face is
Yeah.
like the fatty
now.
allegations,
And
bro.
I do think he'll get in shape. I do think that
Yeah.
like that. It seems like that motivation is real. I think he probably doesn't like being called a fat ass. I think that's probably lighting a fire into him.
Yeah.
And also like the fat stuff was because he got hurt too, and the ball never got rolling after missing all that time. So I'm not necessarily like he's physically cooked.
Yeah.
But even when he was good, he's not the same in terms of like his agility and stuff. So there is some concern with his style of play being able to be quite as consistent winning at the highest level than Shea, like we're seeing. It's just the defense for one. The ability-
Exactly. That's
like,
another terrible like PR name to be attached to any star player as well. The second we start talking about you're fat and you can't play defense, bro,
Yeah.
you gonna have a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
And like it's not even necessarily like I'm not anti-Luka play style. It's just that Shea's play style is so consistent and so clearly impactful that it's going to take a lot for Luka to break through because there's not really any downside with Shea's game right now. There's not like bad habits to work against really. He's pretty much baseline with everything and amazing at some things.
Yeah.
Whereas Luka is like maybe more amazing at some things. If you want to say his ceiling of skill set is a little bit higher, but there's some weaknesses to deal with from a roster making
Yeah,
perspective.
Luka's gonna have to average 40, man. Like that's the bar because you have a guy who just won the finals MVP, but, like swept everything that you could possibly
2K
do.
cover.
Exactly. 30,
Hey, Luka did it first.
32,
Right.
5-5, as efficient as you can be. You either have to average 40, you got to get 15 assists a game to really be like, yeah, like my playmaking is just so crazy. It has to be something that's so definitive. And I mean, I just don't think that Luka's going to average 40 or 15 assists this year. And so I do think that Shea has the title for a minute.
It's I don't give a fuck about that personally, but it's about like, are you going to make the Lakers be the best offense in the league and show that your play style of heliocentric ball that you can be the end all be all and have it be top tier production? Probably not, and it's not even your fault because the Lakers roster isn't in that spot. But we're gonna need to see that consistently. 'Cause that's what's gonna be necessary to like have them be back at the top of the West. Which that's what's more important to me than like, is his points, rebounds, assists gonna be gaudy? Luka will always have ridiculous points, rebounds, assists. I don't care about that. It's how that correlates to the team and their team offense, team defense, and what you can take your team to. That's the part that I
You
feel
know
like
what
he's
it
gonna
sounds
struggle to catch up to.
If DeAndre Ayton, if you're an all-star this year, hey, Luka,
my
you got
God.
it. If he changes DeAndre Ayton's life, you got it.
I think he will. I think he will.
You got it.
We'll see.
It's a little bit of
We'll
hopium,
see
but,
like what changing his life equates to. Like we talked about it on stream. Like I think he'll be the 11th best center in the league this year. Great.
that's best case scenario.
No, there's a higher case scenario, but I think again, we talked about it. Like Zubac was 8. Like you could tell me he has a season where he's as good as Zubac. That's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm not betting on it, but you know, there's a better case scenario.
Yeah, man.
That's high.
It is high. That's best case scenario. I don't expect it, but best case has to be high.
I guess so. I don't know.
I don't know
It's
if he can
so
do it.
if he would.
I don't know if he can do it.
I think you can, but yeah, I'm not, again, whatever. Fuck it. It's fucking DeAndre Ayton. I'm
I
not
don't know,
putting
man.
too much stock.
Let there
in-
be a bad heat wave in LA. You gonna have conversations. You gonna be pissed, bro.
I don't know. But
Nah,
I do,
he's with that. He's with that. He's
Oh.
from the islands. It's,
Oh,
yeah.
That is
He's
true.
okay.
I do
guess.
think Aiden has a high floor with Luka, though. I think there's no world in which he's as bad as he was in Portland. I think he's gonna, he'll be closer to whatever this means, whatever the sliding scale means.
Yeah.
He'll be closer to Phoenix than Portland.
for sure.
Whatever that means, whatever that nets out, I do think he'll be a solid player again.
Just a grumpy 15 a game.
yeah. I do think he'll once again be an effective player that you want on your team in some way. Yeah.
I can give you a
Grumpy
Melly College 12. That's what I can give you.
I don't gotta be happy about it. And there we go, man. We didn't spend much time talking about Luka or Curry. You know who they are. You know what they've done. You know what Shea did. I'm not going to justify that positioning. The interesting part was 4 and 5. And that's our list. That's our top 30 point guards. That concludes the first ranking of ranking season.
This is what I think. This was our most civil discourse that we've probably ever had when it comes to our.
Now, we've had some
rankings so
civil ass
far.
discourses about like power forward because no one gives a fuck about those positions
Oh,
because
that
there's
bit-
not a lot of talent there. So
Yeah.
we haven't actually, no, because Jarris Walker, you threw a wrench in it last year. But outside of that,
Yeah.
we've had some civil ass conversations about power forwards.
I feel good about this list, and I think we're trending upward, guys.
Woo!
Let's fucking go.
It's time for TikTok time.
Munch
Cram
on.
hand. Woo! Welcome to TikTok time, the first TikTok time of ranking season. We are here. We are once again going to begin with the draft. But before I tell you the topic of this draft, I'm once again going to remind you guys to go to the link in the description, the top link, or the one pinned in the comments, and check out episode 2 of House Call, our new NFL show. We did a QB tier list for next season, projecting who we think will be the best quarterbacks in the league for this coming season. Check it out.
Good content, elite content. Tap in.
Decent content. We'll be elite eventually. Decent content for now. Yeah, check it out. Let us know what you guys think of the new show.
It's elite.
It's elite.
Elite rage baiting.
There you go. Good clickbait. Today we're doing a draft, picking NBA lineups with only players who play for a California team right now. So Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, Kings. Only stipulation, they got to be on one of those rosters in this current moment. Doesn't matter if they went through free agency, if they were there last year, they got drafted there. Just have to be on the roster.
Okay.
Okay.
Draft order. Gonna burp. Mo, me, Donovan.
Okay. Finally, it's been like 2 weeks since I got the number 1 overall pick.
Per usual.
With my first pick, Luka Doncic. Congratulations. You are my point guard.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess that is the best player here.
Yeah, he's the closest player to being a top 10 player. elite passing, shooting. I'm straight, bro. I got no worries. I'm
I'll
chilling.
pick the other top 10 player. Give me Steph Curry at my point guard.
Okay, there we go.
1 and 2 are very easy. Oh, what was that?
Yeah, very easy. There's no
That's
like
tough.
real conversation between after that. Now, even at number 3, there's no real conversation too.
Is there?
Nah, there's no.
right, where you going? Where you going,
conversation.
Donovan?
Nope.
I'll take the old man, LeBron James.
Damn.
The old man. Okay. What you got to double up? Who are you pairing with the old goat?
I'm getting Zubac at my center position.
Zubac. Okay.
There's not a lot of great centers
You are right.
out in the Pacific Division or just in California.
You are
And so
right.
it's either I get Zubac now or I wait and I either get Sabonis.
Damn.
Okay, give me Kawhi Leonard.
Fuck. Did you understand what you just did to us just now? Curry and Kawhi.
He set me up. Thank God. You can have Zubac. Respectable pick. Shout out Zubac. Played an all-star level this year. Give me the lethal score off of Curry.
Yeah, go ahead, take them 20 points a game.
For 20 games this season.
Exactly.
God
You got
damn.
it. That's fine.
Kawhi, I'm asking you. I mean, you don't give me a whole week. Can you give me one more day?
Okay, fuck. All right, well, I guess at my wing spot, give me Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, give me Jimmy Butler. And then at my 4, do I double up as well?
You do? You know how this works?
Yeah.
You were born yesterday?
Yeah, at my 4, give me Draymond Green.
Ah, fuck. Did you do that just to stop me from getting him?
Maybe.
Doesn't make sense at all.
I got an
Luka.
elite defense.
Draymond and Luka makes no sense.
It
but
makes sense. Trust me, Draymond's going to change his fucking life.
now I can't have him. So congratulations. Damn. I was fully expecting that I get Draymond Green.
Yo, the refs are going to hate my team.
Who am I going to pick now? You just screwed me completely.
Moses Moody can give you good wisdom. We interviewed him before. You need these bars in your life.
We did. I'm stuck between 2 different places. You know what? You know who would be a good fit with Curry for similar reasons to Draymond Green? Someone I don't usually like that much. Give me Sabonis at center. Him pass a passing hub off of Curry would make a lot of sense.
That 1-5 defense is
I don't know. Well, I got
barbecue
Kawhi.
chicken.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance to build around it. I got something coming.
Okay.
I actually don't, but we'll see.
I'll take the white man. Give me Austin Reeves.
Okay, that's a good fit with LeBron.
Yes, I'll take Austin Reeves. And now, who do I want to pair with them? Because on the Warriors, I think I'm out of options. There's nobody that I really want.
Yeah.
We go with the Kings. Haha. Clips is like, it's fine. I really don't know who
It's a
I'm gonna
tough one because there's a lot of good players. We're trying to figure out the right fit right now with stuff. That's why I had to pause
Yeah.
Sabonis. I'm like, obviously, guys, I'm not the biggest Sabonis guy, but with our specific stars, we got to really like Curry, Luka, and LeBron are like very specific players to build around right now.
And DFS, why'd you have to go to the Rockets?
Facts.
He would have been
Facts.
here. You know what? Give me. I don't want to do this.
Don't pick my
at
guy.
all.
Don't pick my guy. Don't pick my guy.
I don't want to
Just do
this.
it. He's right there.
Nah. Give me. I'll take Keegan Murray.
Dude, oh my fucking
Yeah.
God. I
Yeah.
was banking on being able to
I'll
pair
take-
Keegan Murray there.
Yeah, I'll take Keegan
Wow.
Murray at the 4.
Okay.
Oh my God. That's,
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
I got to do that.
strong.
I- I'll do
dude, I
that.
was banking on that
Strong
so
move.
hard. I need another like great defender to pair with Sabonis.
Fried.
Who else is there now?
Nah, man.
Bogdan
I got him.
Bogdanovic
I
saved
got
his
him.
life.
Give me Derek Jones, I guess. I gotta have another perimeter defender.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
good.
that's not bad. That's
I'll put
not bad
Kawhi
at
at the
all.
4.
It's
I'll
really
put
good.
Derek Jones.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Jobs. Derek Jobs.
Okay, so I'm going a little bit small. At my 5, give me John Collins. Good rebounder.
Okay.
Shot blocking is not bad. He averaged 1 a game.
Zubac is
Fantastic
eating him
three-point
alive.
shooter. It don't matter because he can't keep up in the
John
no.
Collins at the center?
He can't. Yeah, he can't keep up. Zubac can't keep up.
Oh, you do
Sabonis
have
can't keep
Draymond
up.
Green, so that makes it more palatable.
Yeah, exactly. And then, okay, this is where it gets a little bit tough. I got obviously my great defenders in Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler as well. Still, I need another defender next to Luka.
Same.
So I guess my only option is the one and only Keon Ellis. Welcome to my team.
I'm glad you did that. Give me the better defender. Give me Chris Dunn at my shooting guard.
Oh, he can't shoot for shit. He is not better.
First of all, I have Steph Curry. You know damn well the spacing will not be an issue.
Oh, trust me, brother. I know how to alienate Chris Dunn. If anyone knows how to, it's my team.
Good luck.
It's Draymond
Good
Green.
luck.
Yeah.
I'm actually very upset because that was going to be my pick.
Chris Dunn?
Yeah.
That would have been a perfect fit for you with Reeves and LeBron.
Yeah.
That's what I was going
Hey,
to
you stole Keegan Murray. Give me Chris Dunn. I'm pissed I don't have Keegan Murray. I was banking on that.
That was a great nab.
I really don't like this because like I can pick somebody else, but like it would
Dude,
just
if I had Keegan Murray, I would have
it would just
smoked
be
y'all.
nasty, and I wouldn't really have defense.
Oh, I would've
But-
smoked y'all.
You know, we're just gonna have to figure it out. Put Reeves at point guard. Let's get Malik Monk in here.
Damn, he will do anything but get Harden, man. God damn. He'd rather have Malik Monk than Harden.
Well, I did forget about James Harden. There is that aspect of it.
Ultimately, I did fuck up.
Okay.
I did. Yeah, man. I did forget about it.
He said, I cannot tell a lie.
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay.
So.
So for audio listeners, I have Steph Curry, Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., Kawhi Leonard, DeMontis Sabonis.
Ew, 3 non-shooters. I have Luka Doncic, Keon Ellis, Jimmy Butler, non-shooter. Oh fuck, Draymond Green,
Non-shooter.
and
Oh,
John
fuck.
Collins.
Your spacing is not good.
No, it's no. John Collins takes like 4 threes a game. Draymond is very capable. Keon Ellis can shoot as well.
They're
I
all
gotta
just
get to
capable. There's not one plus shooter.
Yeah.
John Collins is a plus shooter. Luka Doncic saves my
I'm
life. Draymond Green
fine
isn't
with John
like,
Collins being your best shooter.
brother,
I
he
will
shot
live-
40% from the 3-point line. You were not watching.
I will
was.
live with John Collins in a playoff setting being the best shooter.
And you will die by the 4th quarter.
And I have Malik Monk at point guard, Austin Reeves at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Keegan Murray at the 4, Zubac at the 5.
Who is the best team here?
If I could have got Harden, I think
He
I think it
really
would've been
sold
good.
himself with Zubac for sure.
No, I actually don't think so.
No, it worked out in the end.
I think having Keegan and Zubac is.
But
fine.
your defense is so ass behind your
Your
guard
defense is pretty
like
trash.
literally
I,
horrendous.
I understand that.
If this was 2021 LeBron, you had the best team by far. 2025 LeBron, I'm curious.
I understand that it's looking scary. You have a center that doesn't like to shoot 18-footers and your guy just
Stop
plays,
pointing at me.
and he plays like 20 games a year.
You said fraud.
I think my
Your
team's-
point guard's fat, so I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Your point guard's fat, your center's small.
So what's good?
Oh my god! And your
What's
fucking
good?
your 4 got no. Never mind.
So, you remind me of Nicki Minaj when she was calling out Miley Cyrus at that award
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Wait,
So
what
what's
is-
good, Miley? You remind me of-
Where I missed it, I gotta tap in. What the fuck?
That was like 2014. You don't got to tap in.
You missed the moment for sure.
I know.
Fuck.
Hey, I didn't see you there. We're taking a break from the pod to let you guys know about the newest TD3 production, House Call. As you can see, it's the same nonsense, the same hate, the same great takes, but just in the NFL. By the time you guys see this, episodes have already started to drop, so tap into the new channel, to the new show. Again, it's everything that you love about the Deep Three, but just for football. The link is going to be in the description. It's going to be pinned in the top comment, and make sure you guys go tap in and bring your crayons.
Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you a series of emojis. You got to tell me which NBA player you're looking at.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
So, representing them in different ways, you tell me who I'm trying to describe. First off, which player is this?
Demon time.
Demon time with a bell.
You gotta be online to understand this.
The 2 guys.
You gotta know what this is.
Who is this? Okay, so I'm leaning towards a new gen player, someone who was drafted in 2019 or someone drafted in 2020. It either could be Zion or Anthony Edwards. I'm kind of lost.
Okay, now I'm gonna steer you back. Those 2 players, you're on the right track. But what would you say is like a very online defining trait about Zion and Anthony Edwards?
They're nasty.
Okay, let's take that, move it back about 5 years,
Ooh.
and think about.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Is this Giannis Antetokounmpo?
There we go.
Is this Giannis?
That guy
This
is
is
kind
Giannis.
of nasty, and
This
he's
is
proud and
Giannis.
nasty.
Yes.
He's loud and
Yes.
nasty.
Got the bell to describe the nastiness.
Yes.
This is
Oh
Giannis.
yeah,
Yes.
the bell.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
crazy.
Thank you.
You said demon time. I was like, does he know that's not a clock?
Yeah,
That's a bell. Yep, this is Giannis
that's
referencing
funny.
the infamous moment.
Oh
Player
my
2.
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a cow or that's a bull?
Okay, it's a bull. You're looking
You-
at lungs, corn, bread.
Green.
Green cornbread?
Green cornbread.
Green cornbread.
What are we talking about here? Green cornbread. I feel like the corn and the bread have to be. They have to be together.
Something is afoot with the corn and the bread.
I don't know, man.
With the. This is like a big body.
Is this a player or a starting lineup?
I don't know.
That's a player.
It's just one player.
It's all one player.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys are embarrassing for not knowing this.
Is this my GOAT, LeBron?
What the fuck? Why would this be LeBron? Where are you getting LeBron from?
LeBron can be a part of any conversation that I have in my life.
This is not LeBron.
Damn.
I want to give you a hint, but they'll give it away immediately. Like, because it's gonna click for you guys.
Is this Jaylen
Red
Brown?
Corn,
Why?
red,
I don't know.
green.
No.
I don't know.
You got,
Corny.
are you cooked?
Is this Tatum?
No. Save these words and subsequently.
Bull lung or bull rib?
What the fuck?
Is that a rib? Is that an X-ray?
There's ribs.
Is ribs?
Bull
Okay,
ribs.
and that's a bull.
That is an oxtail. This is Chet Holmgren.
Oh my goodness!
Oxtail, ribs, cornbread, greens.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we were never gonna get this.
I felt like that was pretty easy.
We were never gonna get this.
Cornbread, greens.
Okay. I was almost thinking Chet.
That's an ox.
Damn.
I can't tell animals based off the emoji. If you put I don't think I could identify an ox right now.
You gotta take you to the zoo, man.
I don't know if I can. I know what oxtails are. I can't identify the animal.
The animal of origin.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Who is this player?
Wait, time out. What's the difference between a bull and an ox? Is there a difference?
I don't know.
I only know the difference between a bull and a cow.
They're clearly similar. Maybe there's a small difference. Maybe they're the same. I have no clue.
All cows are female. Bulls are males.
What is this? White Ninja?
White Ninja.
Tyler Hero?
Who's this?
This is not Tyler Hero.
Is Kim Possible? What the fuck's going on, man?
White Ninja. Don't get caught up in the whiteness.
No, but it. Okay.
Well, kind of, but not white per se.
Okay. They're not.
Is
white.
this because this feels like
I have no idea, bro.
it feels like this is an emoji from Dune.
It does look like a Dune.
Is this the Lisa Nagaib?
Oh, who is that?
I was gonna say Wemby.
This is not Wemby.
Luca.
Not Luca.
All right.
Not
Then
Wemby.
I'm out of guessing.
It is along the lines of Ninja, though. It's not the Ninja isn't the word, but that you're along the right track there. That is the point.
TJ
Samurai?
McConnell.
It's not TJ McConnell.
Jose Alvarado.
This is not a white player.
Who?
Well,
okay.
technically. I mean, not entirely.
Okay. They got some too. They got a little spice, a little tang to them.
No, they're not white.
Okay.
They're just very bright.
Sure.
Okay.
Hartenstein.
No, it's done.
Damn, you're just all those lines.
Come on, guys. You should get this one.
Damn, bro. I'm in hell right
The
now.
No.
face, it looks kind of young.
Oh, okay. A young ninja?
Yeah, okay, so yes, but apply that in different phrasing. This is the babyface assassin. This is Steph Curry.
I would have never got that in my entire life.
That is a baby assassin.
Young ninja.
You got to put a baby with a gun. Nobody ever thinks of assassins with swords. That's never the thing.
I can't do a gun emoji.
The water gun is bad?
You think
Damn.
Apple is spitting out gun emojis? You think they're spitting out John Wick? I can't tell my phone to do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I would have never got
Now,
this.
listen, I've seen some crazy emojis.
The Gemoji is crazy.
I'm sure you can find one with the gun.
Yeah, you could have done a Z as well.
I typed in babyface assassin to Gemoji and this popped up.
That's fucking
So
funny,
like
bro.
I John Wick was not coming up.
Okay.
Next up, who is this player?
Sad you. The cross. Is it Jonathan Isaac?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
No.
Because he would be quick to shame you.
You got some low eyes. They're pointing at you. A cross? So
Sleepy
is this a
eyes.
crossover type of thing?
No, not necessarily. Cross isn't the word there.
Okay. Is
So
Brandon Ingram?
No.
Damn.
Chris Paul.
This is Chris Paul.
Point
This is
God.
Point God, and he's old and tired.
Oh.
See, finally, you guys get it. I'm doing words like that to
Yeah.
represent that.
Point God.
You understand the method now.
Got
Finally.
you. Okay.
Fucking
okay.
finally. Next one. Who is this player?
All right, strong. Saluting. It's like a captain. Like
Is Giannis?
Captain America? LeBron?
This is not LeBron, but you are very close. You're along the right lines.
It is not Giannis.
It's not
No,
Giannis.
I say captain, and his face lit up. Is this Jalen Brunson?
No.
Damn.
Big,
You carrying me
big,
right
big
now.
body, strong. You're just giving a salute. I'm trying to think
Who
of
do you
like,
salute in this world?
you salute.
America.
America.
Yeah,
know.
who do you salute in this world?
I'm not saluting America. Fuck
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like
Hell nah.
it's been a long time since I think I've saluted somebody.
I've never saluted anybody in my
Oh
goddamn
my
life.
god.
I've literally never once saluted somebody.
What is it?
Man,
if
this
there's
is-
one
this is
person who I
tough.
salute all the time, it's Bill Russell.
Close.
Okay.
Kind of. Not really, but
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's almost so a lot of times when we salute, it's somebody that's like really old. Are these all like current players? It's
no,
just like,
not current players.
okay, clearly somebody that's old.
Who salutes? Like, what group of people salutes?
The Army. Is this David Robinson?
This is David Robinson,
Oh man, you carry me right now. I would have not got that.
the
shit.
military. Plus, he's strong as shit.
Makes sense.
I
Okay.
even personalized the emoji for you.
Makes sense. Kind guy.
I was like, who do you salute? Soldiers. That's all you can be. It's America. The U.S. of A. Hell no. Next up, who is this?
Black Demon?
What?
Coffee devil. They're clearly. Is this a devil? Is that what this
I
is?
actually don't know what that emoji is, but that's what I'm trying to get across. I was
Okay.
thinking about that. I don't know what that actually is, but yeah, I'm getting across like demon of some sort.
Demon. All right. Caffeine, coffee, black.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not using it to say black. I'll let you
Okay.
know I'm not saying black.
Black Demon?
That's not what I'm saying.
Coffee, demon.
Okay.
Where are we going?
This is the easiest one by fucking far.
Is it, bro?
Easily. Coffee? Are you kidding me?
Amir Coffee? What the fuck? I don't know, bro.
What player?
I'm in hell right now.
Jimmy Butler.
This is Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
coffee? Come on.
Gotcha.
I thought this would be instant.
I don't pay attention to his damn company, bro.
But like, here you are knowing there's a company. I didn't even mention it.
He won.
There
He
you-
won. His marketing got us.
Facts.
Okay.
I actually don't know what this emoji is. The red one. Is that like a Chinese New Year thing or something?
Yo, I have no idea.
Every time I put in demon, that shows up. So
Yeah, I'm assuming it's cultural in some way, but I don't know which one.
yeah.
It's something.
Baby goat.
Wemby.
This is Wemby, the
Yeah.
baby goat.
Yeah. Okay, that was one of the easier ones. The easiest.
I'm glad you could tell it was a baby.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. It's in a little pouch like a kangaroo.
Yo, these new emojis kind of go crazy.
I know.
Kyle Anderson.
I didn't even say it. Yep, this is
Yeah.
Kyle Anderson.
Okay.
Anything that has to do with being slow, that is Kyle Anderson.
Yeah. Who is this?
Okay. Meditating
This is also Wemby as a monk.
Oh, that's a good one, but it's not Wemby.
with the basketball.
Let's see, meditating, thinking. You're just always thinking about basketball.
It's not necessarily meditating. Think about what emotion that
Peace.
describes.
Peace.
How you would use an adjective to describe somebody in this picture.
Calm,
Yeah, along those lines.
Unbothered.
right? Calm, peaceful.
Ethical.
Is nah,
That one's not quite the same as the others, but you're along the right lines before.
All right, so we're thinking about calm basketball. Who's just calm under pressure?
Is it Shay?
This is not Shay.
Damn.
That was actually that's good. I applaud you for that.
That is a good. I understand what you're going for. I'm not that wrong direction with this. This is another. Compare these two together.
Okay.
Compared just like the calmness and the basketball.
No, like two parts. Like say them. Like the point guard.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
This was kind of hard.
No, it's very hard.
When I tell you, I'm trying. I don't want to give it away too fast because when I tell you,
Yeah.
you're gonna laugh and you're gonna be. You
Like-
might, I don't know if you're mad at me, if you'll be. Oh,
Dude.
I mean,
I'm
I'm always gonna be mad at you.
mad.
It's kind of a baseline.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
but-
cooked right now. What the fuck?
calm. Think of another word for calm.
Zen, Phil Jackson.
It's not Phil Jackson.
Nah, it's not
All
bad.
right, Zen.
What is the second one?
ball?
Correct.
Zen ball.
Dude, you're so
Zen
close.
ball.
You're so close.
Is this Braun?
No.
We're
Zen
cooked.
ball.
Mellow ball.
Oh,
Mellow means calm. Mellow
yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I'll take that.
That was
I'll
good.
take that.
You
I'll
gotta
take
give me that was
I'll
a
take
good
that
one.
to
You
the
got
chest.
that.
That
You
was
got
a good
that.
one.
You got that.
I take that to the chest.
You got that.
Mellow ball.
You got that. We
That
could we
hurts my
could have
soul.
got there.
Yeah.
I felt in my bag with that one. I was like, this one is good.
Okay.
Who is this?
Panda and Liv.
It's Ron Artest.
This is the panda's friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Panda lover.
He
Respect.
loves pandas.
He
He
loves him
changed
so
his
much,
name.
he changed his name to the panda's friend.
Yeah, sure.
Illegally.
Wait, really?
Yes.
His legal name at one point was the Panda's friend.
The Panda's friend.
The Panda's friend.
After he changed it.
Ron
it was-
Artest,
yeah.
Meta World Peace, Panda's friend.
Yeah.
Who is this
Infinite
emoji?
lungs, infinite breath.
This would be Steph Curry. Correct.
Why?
Unlimited breath, like unlimited stamina.
You think I'm unlimited breath? Try again.
Infinite.
I'm kidding. It's Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry.
You're like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah.
You think I would ever do that? Of course.
It's Steph Curry. That was nice and easy.
Damn, man. That had me in hell.
That was more difficult than I thought it would be.
Fuck, man. I didn't get one right. Someone characteristic.
Damn, you were just along for the
No,
ride.
you did.
I
You did.
was.
You got Jordan. And
Oh,
Wemby.
yeah, I did do.
Oh yeah, you got Jordan.
Give
Wemby.
yourself credit.
You know what? You're
Don't
right.
beat yourself down so much, man.
You're right. Gold star for me.
Gold star for you.
Participation trophies are elite.
I know. Next thing we're gonna do. Let's talk about what the NBA will look like 5 years from now. And when I say that, I mean we're gonna rank the top 10 players in the NBA in 2030. We're gonna try to guess who we think is gonna be dominating the league.
Okay.
We're gonna take turns going Donovan, Mo, me. We're gonna go in circles, picking player one by one until we have a list of what we project to be the best players in the world 5 years from now.
5 years from now is a long time, and so much can happen, bro.
Yeah, so these will certainly be wrong as hell, but it's a fun thought experiment.
I'm not gonna lie. 5 years from now, no matter what we're doing, you guys have to give me a pact that we will return to this video and see if this is correct or how wrong we were.
A pact. I just hope you remember this video exists 5 years from now. That's all you're saying. I probably won't.
We
got
gotta
too many
make
videos.
another video though, reacting to this.
Okay,
is
if
what
you,
I'm
if you
saying.
can remember in 5 years, we'll make a video reacting to it.
Say less.
Donovan, who do you think will be the number one player in the world 5 years from now?
I think the baby goat will be the number one player. Victor Wembanyama.
Interesting. Safe assumption. That's
Yeah.
a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So, do you think Jokic and Shea will have taken a step back by then, or was Wemby just going to be one of the guys?
So I think Wemby's just going to be one of those guys.
yeah.
Jokic is going to be 35. He's still going to be great, but I don't think he's going to be the best player in the world.
Yeah.
35 isn't like,
Don't let LeBron and Curry fool you. People get old.
and Kevin Durant. Yeah.
People get old.
That
They
is
do.
true. And also, who knows if Jokic is gonna want to be playing until he's 35 years old. I don't know.
I guess that's the point. Maybe he'll retire early.
Yeah.
I still feel like Jokic will be.
I do too, because the
Best
nature
play-
of his game doesn't say anything will fall off.
I think
necessarily.
offensively he'll be pretty much exactly the same.
That's fine, but like,
But defensively, do we think he'll be a little step slower?
yes.
Yeah.
Holding the title for best player in the world
It's
for
tough.
like 8 years. Only people, that's LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, like those, it's those types of Bill Russell.
Mm.
Obviously, Jokic is like on that level. Like he's amazing,
Yeah.
he's great,
Well,
but like
It's not on that level. Those are top five players of all time. So to your point, yeah, that's pretty impossible to do.
Narratives linking on it.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Convos.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're just talking. We're just having discourse for discourse sake. Whatever. But yeah, I think in 5 years, Wemby will be in year 8. That's peak, right in the middle of your prime.
Yeah, he'll
Okay.
probably be like the best defender in the world by far. Like there probably won't be a close second unless Chet also is one of the best defenders of all time.
Yeah.
Do we feel like his offense is going to be quite good enough to compare to like Shea, who I think will still be just as good?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. He's
Okay.
already developing
Stop
that.
questioning this so much. He's
I'm
gonna
just-
be the best player in the world.
Number one is hard, Darren. You got to talk through it. Number one is difficult.
He's
Already developing that 3-point shot.
he's already
and-
top 10.
Yeah, exactly. In year 2.
And
Fucking
he's not even
ridiculous.
close how good he's going to be. Clearly not even close. The offense has so much room to go still.
I
in a
think
good way.
number 2 is pretty simple. I'm going to lean towards Shea.
Okay.
5 years from now, he's going to be like, 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much to his game that should be able to fall off. He's going to be still
Oh my
like in the
God.
peak prime of his career.
Coming off 6 straight championships? Fuck.
Yeah. Oh my
He's
God.
so tough.
God.
6 straight champions is crazy.
Yeah, I
But
think Shea's a good pick. Ant could be in the conversation, but I think Shea will always be better. The only thing would be like, do you think like Ant's a little bit younger, but 31, Shea's still gonna be firmly in his prime. There is no reason to believe he'll fall off physically. I probably feel a little bit better about him aging than Luka at this point. You gotta have to. And then, like you said, Jokic would be 35. But I will go Jokic number 3. I still think Jokic will still be a top tier player in the NBA. His offensive skill set, passing, doesn't go away. He will always be big. He will always have touch. That will not go away at all. He's not vertically inclined whatsoever as is. Doesn't matter if he loses a step vertically, he'll be just as good. It'll just be hard to know what the defense will be like. But it's not like that's exactly holding up his impact right now.
Yeah, I agree. I actually had this exact same
Third
1
is
through
tough.
3 already.
I feel like
I
third
think
is
it's pretty.
easy.
I did not
I
have
feel
him at 3 for me.
confident. I feel confident.
35 isn't that old.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
You're talking like it's 37. Like I'm expecting
We saw
some
Chris
like
Paul go to the finals at like 35, 36.
most superstars are still great at 35 unless they get like a James Harden type of hamstring injury.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, y'all.
Yeah. That,
Third best player in the world is still. When Chris Paul went to the finals, he had Devin Booker alongside him. It's not like he's leading the charge and like being the best player in the world.
I think almost every player, all the best offensive players of all time, are pretty great at 35 unless they got hurt.
35 is like the end of their run, though. Like,
This might be the last
and
year.
this
number
might
three.
be the last
That's
year.
fine. I mean, listen, Shea and Wemby passed him up. I'm not saying he's exactly the same as he is there.
three's
now.
high. Three's high for me. But it's
I don't
okay.
feel bad about his skill set transferring that hard. Like I don't.
It's okay.
Yeah,
if
I
this
just-
was someone like Giannis, then I completely understand. That 35 is way more risky.
He's not on my list. I'll tell you that right now.
Wow.
he's not in your top 10.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
well,
crazy.
I'm putting him in the top 10
Yeah,
somewhere.
he for sure is. I hope that pick. Yeah, he for sure
Who's
is.
number 4?
Number 4, Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
That feels good. I think he does have. He'll reach the top 5 player. He'll reach in the conversation for best in the world any given year.
Damn.
The rate in which he's improving at this age, and you feel good about the like intangible side that he's going to keep continue to work hard. I feel safe about that too.
Exactly. We
Wow.
Yeah, we have to put him there.
I don't necessarily feel safe about it because at number 5, I'm putting Luka Doncic, and I think at any given year in 2031, like those two could damn near be interchangeable.
Mhm.
But right now, I think Luka is a lot more safer because there's no question to his game. There's just question to his like things outside of basketball, which is his health.
Yeah, I would put Luka above him too, but I'm not mad at Ant above him.
We're gonna be in year 12 of Luka.
He'll be
At that point,
31 years old. He'll be fine.
I don't know.
A lot
But
of wear and tear.
shit, you right though.
High usage guy playing from a young age. Like, if the stuff is true that he is slowing down athletically, I want to see one more year of that to see how he bounces back after this
Yeah.
scrutiny. But if he doesn't bounce back and he is still slow and it's just a new era and he's playing like a 30-year-old at 26, maybe he's like just aged a lot because he played from such a young age.
Yeah, don't make me bring out the highlight tape.
Oh God, man.
The 2019, 2020, 2021 Luka was like, he was moving different. He was out here dunking on people.
Yeah, but then again, he's so much better in 2024 than he was then,
That's
despite
not
being
the
slow.
point of the video.
Yeah, well,
That's not, the point of the video is just to show you he don't have bunnies no more.
yeah, agreed. But I'm just saying it doesn't matter. He's better.
If I
despite
put
that.
3 cones out and I say do a shuttle right now, he can't do it as quickly as he did 3 years ago. That is the point of the video. You try to make he's smart. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm saying.
He's better despite it still. So I'm not terribly worried. I would have went Luka above Ant, but 4 and 5. These are the 4 and 5 to me.
Okay, it's not a bad selection so far.
At 6, this one's tough too because to me it's between Giannis and Cooper Flag.
Whoa,
I kind of want to. I would put Jason Tatum, but I'm scared of the Achilles.
really?
It is still an Achilles.
Flag at
Scary
6?
for sure.
I don't know because I mean he's the number 1 pick. Like he's gonna be that level of player. He's one of the best prospects in a long time. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a top 10 player in the world.
I wouldn't either.
In year 5, that won't shock me at all. He's going to
I
be
wouldn't.
a dominant defender. He's going to be kind of like Tatum, in which he can play on, off ball, play with anybody, make everybody better. I don't think he'll have the. Actually, I'm going to say I don't think. I'm not guaranteeing he has the on ball capabilities that Tatum developed, but I also think he'll be a better defender. He has more size. Like, I would put Tatum here for sure if he didn't tear his Achilles just now. And that's such a
Yeah.
big question mark that 5 years from now, who knows how that affects his aging curve. So to be safe, I will go Giannis at 6.
Okay, what a good cop out. That's a great cop out.
Yeah. But I said the Flag thing to say I'm starting to entertain that. The 3 names was Giannis, Flag, Tatum to me. Because 5 years is a long time. You can't just do the players that are best today. One of these players in this list will undoubtedly not even be in the league right now.
Yeah.
So so pretty soon, the young guys,
The first 6 players are like in the league right now.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Pretty soon, Flag has to enter the conversation. Some young guys like Mobley have to enter the conversation. So
Someone's gonna sprout up. One of these.
yeah,
guys.
and I think Cooper Flag is a pretty safe bet to be the guy to jump up.
Sure. Okay.
Actually, I should have been Flag at 6. But I'll go Giannis. I'll say Giannis will take a step back, but he'll still be a dominant player.
Yeah, I think 35-year-old Giannis should still be a demon, not to like top 2-3 player regard. I like this. I had him run this range too.
Yeah, like Anthony Davis in spurts in the last few years could be argued to be the 6th best player in the world. Can Giannis be that level that we saw Anthony Davis in 2024?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or like Kevin Durant in 2024? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he does not have the jump shooting that makes people assume he'll age poorly. I think barring injury, obviously, which is a big thing with all these guys at this age, freak athletes of this nature stay freak athletes for a long time. And he's so big and so talented that even if he does take a step back athletically and isn't quite the same, he can transition to being Amari Stoudemire and be a pick and roll guy and finally embrace being a big man. Like he has a lot of ways to provide value as he ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel terribly bad about that. Now, 36 and onwards, maybe I'll start getting questions. But 35 years old, I think
Yeah.
Giannis will still have it.
All right. At 7, Chet Holmgren.
Oh,
wow. No.
Okay, that's a
way.
good first surprise.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet.
Chet Holmgren is going to be 28 years old in 5 years.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren just signed the extension. He got his money. He's a champion. We already know what he was able to provide for this team with having a broken hip, barely having any type of like real time to rehab and come back, and was still so impactful defensively. As he gets older, he gets more muscle on him. He gets more comfortable in his body at an NBA level. His offense develops. That is a top 10 player in the world. And I do think that him and Shea, like those two guys, I don't want to say it because it's very doom and gloom. One of those three is gonna have to go. It's not gonna be Chet and it's not gonna be Shea.
They're not gonna let it go.
I'm
Not gonna happen.
I don't know.
Chet's gonna be
They're
the
not gonna
one
have to go.
that's ascending.
Yeah, this is putting a lot of faith in his development, which I also feel good about. But it's not crazy. Honestly, it's a 3-point shot comes along and gets back to what we saw at Gonzaga, back to what we saw as a rookie, and he can once again shoot at a high level. Being fucking Rudy Gobert's 3-point shot gets you pretty close to top 10. So if he makes any leap with the ball in his hands, any leap strength-wise as a play finisher, gets back to the trajectory he was on his first year, this is not ridiculous at all.
That hip is scary to me, man. It's so scary.
But I
to
will
me.
say I would put Cooper Flag above him. I feel good about that bit.
Yeah. Okay. So at number 8. Ooh, I realize this is my last selection. Fuck. God damn it. You know, there's gonna be some surprises. Chet was the first one.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and have the second one. Someone who's very underrated, someone who could blossom, someone who will be also. I think Chet's gonna be like 27 years old. 5 years from now. This guy's gonna be 28 years old. Jalen Johnson, you're gonna be a top 10 motherfucking player in 2030, bro. Congratulations. This is something that no one's gonna see coming. He's going to develop that in-between game. He's going to be one of the better defenders in the league. He's going to be one of the best playmakers at his position too. He's already averaging raw 20, 10, and 5 already. He didn't even develop shit yet. That in-between game is coming. Have you seen those offseason videos? Come on now. There's someone's going to bloom and blossom. You thought it was going to be Chet. I'm saying it's going to be Jalen Johnson.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Hammers is not enough for you. Chainsaws, machetes,
Someone's going to take a leap, and he's a great
ballistic missiles,
2008 Bitcoin is what I call Jalen Johnson.
brass knuckles to the skull. Right now, this is ridiculous, but it's your pick.
Yep. 5 years from now, we're going to come back.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
tar
see
and
where
feather
your
you.
God damn, that sounds painful.
This is ridiculous.
I would have
basketball,
Cooper
man.
Flag. I would think Cooper Flag will undoubtedly be a top 10 player in the world. We better go Jason Tatum at 10.
All right, it's in your hands.
It's just
we'll go Tatum. We'll go Tatum.
I think-
it does feel disrespectful. I did have the only other pick that I had where I was kind of on the fence. And somebody that I wanted to get into this list, but freaking Jalen Johnson took his spot.
Mobley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mobley
Wow.
for sure should be on here too, but we got Jalen fucking Johnson.
Brother,
That's who I wanted. But then this guy wanted
Jalen
to-
Johnson is a great player, bro. He's a great
Evan
fucking
Mobley
bet.
will drop kick him in the face in 5 years. He's gonna be much better than him.
All right, we'll see. We'll see about that. Buddy.
Yeah, Mobley's number 11 for sure. Mobley, I will be in this level. Him and Chet will be side by side for a long time. I think they'll do it differently, but I think those are both going to be the two best defenders outside of Wemby, and two of the better two-way bigs in the league.
You think Jalen Johnson is gonna be better than Paolo in 5 years?
He very well could be.
No, I know
He
could
very
be. You
well
put him
could
at
be.
8. Is he gonna be? You're saying he's gonna be better than Paolo in 10 years?
Yeah,
All right.
You don't
Let's put
believe that at all.
he's a better playmaker.
That was the least inspiring, of all time.
better playmaker. When it comes to his role, he
Don't try to
understands
explain it
very
now when you
thoroughly.
didn't believe it.
The
2
defense
seconds
is
ago.
already much
Stop
better
it.
as well.
Stop
Hey
it.
man,
You don't believe that.
2008 Bitcoin, bro. They didn't believe back then either. And look at them now. Come on now. I'm trying to be a seer and talk to you guys about the future. You just don't have the fucking vision. That's what's wrong with you people these days, bro.
Got a
Fuck.
shout out something Jack put me on to. I'm gonna use it for you. 4 horses, 4 limbs, running in 4 different directions.
What the
That's
fuck?
what we got to do
That's
to you.
good.
That's what we got to
That's
do to you.
good.
Brother, it's just basketball. We don't have to take it to those.
Nah, man, you have
To
to be
those
sentenced to
limits.
death for that. And honestly,
The
I
electric chair is
would-
too humane.
Yeah,
What the hell?
that's crazy. I'll give you credit because there is going to be somebody that jumps up that we don't see.
Exactly. There's gonna be.
However,
somebody.
it is shameless for you to say it's Jalen Johnson.
No, it's not. He averaged 25, 10, and 5 off of doing nothing.
Where do you
He
pull his
just got-
numbers from? 25?
20, 10, and 5.
He's not LeBron. Like,
Damn near is, bro. I've been saying, yo, he's up that hill.
25, 10, and 5.
He
Just
up
made that
that
shit
hill.
up.
Yeah, he's up the hill, bro. Watch him average 24,
You know
10, and
why?
5 next year.
I didn't look at no stats.
That's all timer. I ain't looking at no stats.
Oh, it's true. There was a rumor that Najee Harris suffered an eye injury on the 4th of July that people were like, oh, it's just Twitter. It happened. He really did get an eye injury on 4th of
He
July.
can't see.
It's
Najee
expected to be ready for 2025, but he did take a firework to the eye.
He got that JPP.
Worse.
He gonna be out here running like this.
That's crazy.
Just no vision.
Firework to the eye.
I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah. All right, so that is our top 10 players list from 5 years from now.
Can you imagine having a helmet with an eye patch on?
Brother.
I don't think it's that serious.
That's
You
crazy.
get blindsided. bro.
Nah, he's fucked. You're getting rocked.
Oh my God.
That's gruesome, man.
Next thing we're going to do,
Hell, man.
we just talked about 5 years from now. We're halfway through the 2020s, if y'all don't realize that, which is kind of crazy.
Damn.
We are going to put the best players of the 2020s into a tier list. We did this for the 2010s, for the 1990s, and the 2000s. So we're only halfway through, so the stories aren't written. But thus far, through 6 seasons, counting 2020 to 2025, who are the best players, S through F? Where are we ranking these guys?
Okay.
Let's start with an easy one. Luka Doncic. Actually, no, it's not easy. Let's start with the hard one. Luka Doncic.
I think he probably belongs in A tier.
Yeah, made a finals.
Yeah, made a finals, hasn't reached the tippity top of the NBA when it comes to winning an MVP or like winning the finals. But he is just like a major achievement in NBA history away from making S tier.
I think to be S tier, you have to have either won an MVP or won a championship, or maybe even both.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
A is the most you can be.
To have all of the first team all NBAs to walk in, like the pace that he's on, even if he doesn't like, because he might end up being, I don't know, whatever like all time great doesn't have a
Joel Embiid.
No, like
He might be a top 30 player of all
yeah,
time.
like if he's like Charles Barkley or whatever.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley in the 90s is still an S tier type of player. Granted, he did win the MVP, but to make a Western Conference Finals, a finals, and have all these like consecutive runs, he is a defining player of the 2020s.
He is, but I think
That is true.
again, we always stack these tiers too hard to the top, and I think there is players that have all those same things, but they have the hardware. So I feel safe putting him the best player in A tier, which isn't exactly an insult, you know.
Best player A tier.
Just because you know why? Because Nikola Jokic, that's an S tier player. Everything you said about Luka Doncic is the same exact thing, but he has 3 MVPs in the decade and 1 championship. That deserves to be in a different tier when they're the 2 best offensive players of their generation, but one has finished the job.
Yeah. There has to be some level of gap.
Let's get this out the way then. Where we put Embiid then? Because I think that's one of the I think that's one of the more interesting.
Okay, so he has the individual accomplishment that Luka doesn't. He has the MVP, but he didn't make the finals, which Luka has, which I suppose you could view on equal levels. Like a championship is better than MVP, but maybe a finals appearance and an MVP are like similar when you're the guy. I don't know. TLDR, I think Embiid is obviously A tier.
Okay, that's
I think
cool.
he should be A tier as well. But
I didn't know if you were gonna put him in S tier.
No, because I think S tier we should be very, very precious.
Yeah, you are one of the ones.
You damn near need a chip to be S tier to me in this tier list. Mostly because
everybody got one.
Or at least
mostly because you compare it to the 90s with Charles Barkley, there was just way less people with chips back then because the Bulls were kicking everybody's teeth in. Here, there's a handful of guys that actually got it done because there wasn't that dynasty to block people. So I feel like not hard and fast. Maybe we'll see an outlier, but I almost feel like you have to have a chip to get S tier.
Okay.
Let's move around a little bit. These are all superstar players, and we had to put somebody in F. I feel Trae Young is on this list. Is Trae Young F tier?
He has to be.
Okay, if we're getting easy F tiers, it's Trae. Okay. Another one is Zion Williamson. Too.
Zion Williamson's on this list.
He's even louder F tier.
Yeah, these are guys.
Zion needs to be the face F tier.
Let's just fill out F tier 2. Put Ja Morant in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 F tiers right away. Now let's move towards the middle. Kevin Durant. Let's get to one of the olds. There's a few on here that they're legends. They had multiple years at their peak, not at their peak, but at a level in which they're one of the best players in the world, similarly close to their peak. But in Kevin Durant's case, didn't make a finals in the 2020s.
Yeah, didn't make the finals. Didn't win no major.
Has he
awards.
made the conference finals?
Yeah, in 2021 with the Brooklyn Nets.
No, that was
right?
second round.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
the
there
second
was
round.
he hasn't been to the conference finals.
He has not, and has not won an MVP.
He missed all of 2020 he missed all of 2020 with the
Several
Yeah.
first round flameouts.
he got swept before in 22 he got swept. Then because 21
Last year, didn't he get swept?
He doesn't have a single first team All NBA in this decade. He has 2 second team All NBAs.
he's been swept twice. He missed the season.
So clearly he's not A tier, is what we're saying. But he is Kevin fucking Durant.
Yeah.
B tier, right?
I don't know. It might be
Might be C.
an anomaly.
I think it has to be
because-
C. I don't think that there's anything you could look at in terms of, like, obviously the greatness is still there, but like you said, everybody on this list is great.
Well, 2021, people were saying he's the best player in the world. He was of that caliber still. So that's not
And-
nothing. He
But
was
like you get bounced in the second round.
yeah, but that was because the team fucking died. That's
I'm-
because Kyrie Irving and James
I'm
Harden got
not
hurt.
I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying like
That
haven't-
one-
you
that one.
haven't been to a conference finals. It hasn't happened.
That's the year where he would have made the finals if those 2 players didn't die. They're the best team in the NBA, and if his foot was on the fucking
It's
line.
a lot of hypotheticals.
Not really. It's really not a lie. It's really just like if your 2 star players didn't get hurt. It's exactly one hypothetical. It's pretty simple to say he deserves to be considered one of the 2 best players in the world.
It's a
that year.
hypothetical for Kyrie and for Harden. It's multiple hypotheticals.
Great.
I think he's firmly B tier.
yeah, firmly B tier. A tier, you need to
Y'all don't
have.
hate enough for me, man. Y'all don't have it.
Why would I feel the need to hate on Kevin Durant?
Y'all don't have it in.
There's a better C tier player for sure.
Yeah, there's more appropriate players to spread this out a little more.
Nah, man.
Kawhi Leonard.
D
He
tier.
could be.
I was gonna say C tier. I feel like that's what
C tier.
the way you were describing Kevin Durant, of like not being available and not being consistent in the decade and being underwhelming despite the talent. That's Kawhi Leonard. That to me is like the perfect C tier, where he's talented enough, especially early in the decade. 2020, 2021, those first 2 years, different. He was incredible. Maybe the best version we've seen of him, counting 2019. His passing took a step when he got to the Clippers. Truly one of the most well-rounded players of all time. I felt like I was watching a second version of Braun some nights. But obviously, past few years.
Those nights are very few and far between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
That's why he's like at his peak was like damn near the same as Kevin Durant in this decade, but was not nearly available enough. Not especially the last few years where obviously he was damn near a non-factor a lot of the year.
Yeah. I almost want to put him in D tier because like the non-availability and the how he's been going out with these injuries, whether it be the injuries or what happened in the bubble, getting embarrassed. Wait, no, actually, he ended up winning that series against the Dallas Mavericks
In the bubble,
back
yeah.
in 2020. So
They lost to the Nuggets.
yeah.
Do you remember
Uh,
how they lost to the Nuggets?
3-1 lead.
Thank you. They blew a 3-1 lead in the bubble. He missed a full year. He played 37 games this year.
In 2021, he had his best regular season and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
And Paul George took the team to the conference finals.
Put that in D tier.
And then a bunch of nothing burgers.
I just think there's going to be players on this list that are peak significantly lower and also didn't accomplish anything. That will go to D tier.
Another player in D tier. I see him right now, but
Are you guys on D tier? Am I outvoted?
we can put him in D tier, but he can be movable.
Nah, stand on it. We're not moving anybody. Where is he going?
It's D tier.
Oh man, if I can't move it, I feel better about him being in C tier than D tier. So
C tier it is.
I'll do C tier.
See, I don't have
I
enough
know D
gumption
tier.
to you.
I know a D tier player when I see him,
Well,
and
here's
he's
the-
looking at me right now.
Oh, here's the
You'll
thing.
have it.
Paul George is on this list.
D,
Does that slide into D?
damn near could be.
They've been
F.
on the same team for like 5 years.
And
But
Kawhi
he's-
was a better player, so they're a tier break.
And
he's
Kawhi
done
wasn't
more.
there either.
What is your point? Like, you think Paul George is worse? You've always thought Paul George is worse. Their abilities matter here. It's not just resume.
I think that in NBA terms, I think that they're thing one and thing two in terms of
But
underperforming.
who's number one and who's number two?
Both of them.
No.
They're a tandem. Put them in D tier.
No.
They've been on the same team for 5 of the 6 years. They
right,
both have
fine.
done all of
both
it.
D tier.
Yes.
You're yelling really loud. You can have it. Just 'cause-
No, oh, no.
right,
We
never mind.
can't
Fuck
put
him.
him
Never
in
mind,
D tier.
never mind. If you're
Kawhi's, there's a gap, bro. There's a reason why the
What do you mean there's a gap? He's missed like a year and a half. He's missed multiple years.
and he comes back that guy every single time. Paul George is Paul George. What? There's nothing historic or anything. Like, he doesn't look like the best player on the court at any given night.
The only time the Clippers have ever been to the conference finals is because Paul George was like, yeah, I'm actually going to do it this time. And I'm going to be the one that's doing it. Paul did something by himself that him and Kawhi could not do together. If you want to do anything, Paul's the one who gets in C. not Kawhi.
Paul, you're in D. No.
I see what you're saying. You're not wrong from the resume perspective, but we need to account for how good they are as players too.
Yeah, there's
it's
like-
not. It's not just an accomplishment tier list. We also are gauging how good we think they are.
You
There's a
also
gap.
weren't there. Like I've had to see you ramp up for like 30% of the time in the decade.
That's why he's C tier. If that wasn't the case, he'd be A tier.
He was ramping up for 30% of the decade. He was hurt for the other 30%. He's only played like 40%.
And we've deemed him several tiers for it.
And that 40% is different, bro. That 40% is more than 40%.
You were moved by that 21 points a game, huh?
His resume is, in terms
Go
of being
ahead.
great for the first 2 years and
Go
then kind
ahead.
of going downwards, is very similar to KD's. We're dinging him a tier because he is not available in the back half.
They have been a disappointment to the league since they got together. And the entire era of both of them has been, you guys are like severely underperforming.
Do you want to give this to him? He really wants it.
No, go ahead. Go to the next guy.
You're fucking up the list. And you know what? Go ahead. It's
I'm
gonna
not.
be on the blood's
go
on your
ahead.
hand. No, it's
Stay-
on your hand.
stay
no,
with what
no.
you want.
Hold on.
Stay
The only
with what
reason
you
I'm
want.
thinking about giving it to you is because I do kind of feel like Paul George might be F tier now that I'm thinking about it. Why
Wait.
is he different from Trae Young? They both played one conference finals and they weren't consistent superstars or anything.
That's that real hate.
No,
That's what I'm
because
talking
Paul George
about.
is different
That's what I'm
caliber,
talking
obviously.
about.
Not
I don't know who he
once.
is.
You get in that
Not
lab and you
once
hate.
you never thought.
That's what you do.
Unplug his goddamn mic.
That's
Not
what you
once you
do.
ever thought Paul George is, bro. You don't think he's a worse player than Trey. You don't think like that. What happened to your ethics philosophy?
I think in 2020 and 2021, he was definitely better. 2022, Paul George's quiet as his cat been going downhill for a couple of years now, so it's closer than you think. But whatever, we'll keep it as is. We'll keep it moving. We're spending too much time on this. Giannis, you are S tier. You are a champion. You are an MVP.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
easy,
Yeah, you got that.
easy.
He got that.
Steph
He's-
Curry,
he's
you are
stacked.
S tier. You are a champion. You are one of the best players in the world. You had a second place MVP. You won your most impressive ring in this decade. We don't got to talk about the last 2 years, but you are still S tier.
My light skin goat. Go ahead.
Put
You're the
LeBron
bottom.
up there
You're
as
the,
well.
you're the bottom of S tier, but you are S tier.
LeBron,
Put
take him up
the
there.
other light skin in this.
Who's the other one?
Whoa,
Tatum.
whoa.
Oh yeah, Jason Tatum, a lot of first team All NBAs, a champion. Doesn't have the MVP, but that's fine because he's a team player.
But there's a level of talent in my mind where I'm just like, these are all time greats we're talking about here. Tatum's
an all time great. I
He's
know
an
what you're
all-time
getting
great.
at because the top two guys are MVPs and Curry is fucking Steph Curry.
Mhm.
Tatum is an all time great in his own regard.
He has all time
It looks
great
different.
resume, but when it comes to actual talent, I'm
No, I
looking
think
at.
he's still not. Is
I don't
Two
think he.
two finals appearances, a chip, and what four or five first team all NBAs.
and we
Like,
consider him like the fifth best player in the world.
and it's always unanimous whenever he's
Yeah.
first team. Like we never question at all.
And we do have to balance abilities and resume. His resume is goddamn perfect. We had to give it to him.
I don't know, man.
He can
it
be
just
the worst player
doesn't
in the tier.
feel right putting him in his own, putting me on a,
Every
on S
every
tier
single
along
year
these
when we
guys.
do the exercise, it's always Tatum. He's not one or two, but he's always one
You
of
know
like
what?
the five.
This
best
is
players.
interesting because Luka's A. Do we feel
Yes.
like Luka's better and Tatum is more accomplished, but only slightly because he won the series and Luka lost it. So that matters a lot, obviously. But that's the one difference is that one series and like making the finals is still impressive. And Luka has they might be even actually.
Yeah,
He's
if
made-
they were both
he's
to
made two
retire
finals,
today,
though.
if they were both to retire
Okay.
today, you're not saying that Luka Doncic is a worse player
So
than Tatum.
He had those two finals runs are better than Luka's finals and conference finals by like one notch or whatever.
Yeah,
Is the gap in talent might be better. Luka might be a bigger gap and better player than that. You know.
the guy has a ring. Like I think it would be.
Okay.
And,
He has a ring,
and
okay.
also, like, yes, the Celtics, they did underperform for a long time. They were also in the conference finals basically every.
I think Esther's gonna get too big though. Now I'm forecasting it. Like we're
Why?
not.
There's like one other player that we're going to put in this tier.
Okay, so Shea is S tier. Shea is
He
3 straight
definitely
finals
belongs to be S tier.
He's third. 3 straight first team All NBAs, MVP, championship combination. He's third on this list. Might be second if you want to change it up, but we'll give the two all time great bigs ahead of him. LeBron James
He's S tier also.
won championship in 2020, the first year, and
Yeah, like
He's
if
been
you
consistently-
if you win a chip, right, and like the only player that you would feel bad about doing is Tatum, but like again, Tatum has the first team All NBAs that LeBron.
LeBron had 2 years at least where he was the best player in the world, or in the conversation, because obviously Giannis and Jokic were elevating. LeBron was just as good in 2020 and just as good in 2021. So at least 2 years of being best player in the world caliber. Also has a ring. Also has first team All NBAs. I feel like Tatum is closer to Luka than he is LeBron.
I agree.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
There's a gap.
We
There's
can't-
there's a gap.
S tier's getting too big. S tier's
There's a
gigantic.
gap.
We're not being nearly nearly difficult enough with passing these around.
Yeah, I think Tatum has
That
to
feels-
drop down.
that
Tatum
feels wrong.
has to drop
It
down.
does. Both feel wrong to me. I feel like Tatum needs his own. You know what? Let's give Tatum his own tier.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong one. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh my god, what did I just do?
Sir.
Tatum his own tier. We just leave him fucking. There's nothing wrong with being A tier.
You're
at
right.
all.
He's the
it's not
best in A tier.
disrespectful.
He's
yeah.
above Luka. He's more
That's
accomplished.
fair. That's okay to me.
The
Put him
guys
at-
on the top are some of the greatest players of all time.
they define this era.
You know
So
what?
far.
They all either have an MVP or a Finals MVP.
Exactly. There's consistency.
So they
in
had
what
team
we're talking
success
about.
and individual success. Does Tatum have either of those?
No, and then Joel Embiid's
Mind
over
you-
there because he's
Keep
just
in
an
mind, I don't give a
anomaly.
fuck about Finals
That's what I was
MVPs.
about to say.
Anthony Davis,
A tier.
B tier.
probably B.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean Joel Embiid's an MVP. Tatum can't be in the same. Anthony Davis can't be in the same tier as Joel
Okay.
Embiid.
Yeah. So he's B.
Yeah, I think He also has a championship, but he's second best player.
Yeah.
And he was debatably the first best player. He does have a championship. I forgot.
He's not in the same tier as Embiid.
You're right. He's the best player in B tier for sure. He's the lowest ranked champion on here. So we'll give him the second best player tax because he did have LeBron, but I could be argued to go A tier.
Nah, I feel okay with him at B.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's close. It's close.
Let's save A tier.
It's
Yeah.
close. Devin Booker made the finals. Past few years have been a goddamn disaster because James Jones built the most nonsensical team ever around him, made him a point guard, but did have a finals run as the best player.
D or C? What y'all feeling?
I'm not going D.
C's okay with me too, but I mean, there's been like a whole lot of nothing going on.
You're
over
right.
the
It's
last
been-
few years.
it's
He
been too
had
bad
one
since
singular
then.
like great year in 2020. Like that's when the Phoenix Suns went on a run. That's when they weren't on shit. And 2021 obviously went ahead and did their big one. 2022, humongous disappointment.
Man's
Got
watching
their
Love Island.
backs blown out.
He did his big one.
Love Island, this guy.
Uh,
But yeah.
Don't forget though, the first year they got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker had a ridiculous 4 games against the Timberwolves. He was not.
Is that your first time hearing that terminology outside of Love Island?
No, from you, it's just funny.
Yeah, it's just funny.
That's funny.
But they do spam it on Love Island though. They love
Yeah.
that phrase.
That's
There's a few phrases they spam. Damian Lillard.
Listen, man, it's been a rough
It's
go.
all individual talent here.
Yeah.
All individual talent.
Which like D.
Thank you.
Is it
Yeah.
D?
Yeah, I mean these are all great players, so it's not exactly disrespectful. You're on the list at all. Gotta be D. There's no team accomplishments to be spoken of. Not really his fault. He was on a terrible team. Got the
I
buckets
mean,
needed.
he could have requested a trade a long time ago.
Sure, whatever. I'm not gonna ding him for that. But he was on a terrible team, and then he got to a good team, and it just didn't work.
You know,
Okay.
in the player movement era, it's really like running from the grind if you don't
Oh my
request
God.
a trade.
Jimmy Butler made 2 finals, but obviously isn't the same caliber as the top 8 guys here, but is close behind it.
You,
Sounds
you
like-
put him at the bottom of B tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think him making 2 finals is similar to Anthony Davis winning 1, so B tier makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
We'll put him in between. Actually, we'll go bottom. KD's KD. Donovan Mitchell, first team All NBA this year, has been consistently a top 15 player in the league. Why are you laughing?
Because he's on Embiid time. And he hasn't got out the second round.
Yeah, so C tier.
And he's a much worse talent too.
I
Actually,
would- I
he's
would-
like just him
I
and
think
Devin
he's
Booker are very
the-
similar talent wise, but Devin Booker made
a
Oh,
finals,
finals.
appearance,
I'm
yeah.
saying D tier.
D tiers.
Fair
clear
enough.
as day.
Yeah, he's above the guys in F tier because he's accomplished something and just has more individual success than them. But that makes sense. Anthony Edwards,
2 conference
2
finals?
conference finals,
Perfect C tier, if you ask me. Constantly elevated his game,
2 conference finals. We think he's elevated to be better than Devin Booker now.
and he's in these conference finals too. Like no one, their entire playoff path, like they've always consistently been the underdog, no matter what. And so seeing him and making these improvements through his game, upsetting guys like KD, LeBron, Devin Booker, Luka, and shit like that. C
Nah,
tier.
Kawhi Leonard has to go down.
You think so?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is C
Whoa,
tier.
whoa, hold on,
Kawhi has to go down.
hold on. Why so?
Anthony Edwards. Let's look at Anthony Edwards next to him and say, do you feel like they have been equally accomplished in this era? Kawhi
In the
Leonard was just
2020s.
as good. Kawhi Leonard was also top 5 player in the world for those 2 years. Anthony Edwards has a couple of years top 5 player in the world.
Lame at Mike drop.
Never mind. Fuck you. Never mind. Never mind. He's back to C tier. Never mind.
You already said it on the camera. Like,
I said shit.
It's already there.
Proof in the pudding. The screenshot.
I'm vindicated through here, and we had an argument.
Actually, no, I'll put him in the bottom as a C tier. That's what I feel good about. He needs to be. I was stuck up on Anthony Edwards. He needs to be below Ant, so I'll put him in the bottom of C tier. That's actually how I feel.
Nah, it's a lot of vindication coming
Maybe
my
he
way.
should be D. Actually, I think.
Hey, shut the fuck up right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Stop it right now.
I
please.
got what I needed already. I just needed the reaction.
Stop it right now.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think this is a perfect tier list. I don't have any notes.
I love that we moved off from being obsessed with Tatum at S tier.
This man's a hater.
I'm not a
is.
hater. I just know where he belongs.
I just think it would have been it would have been weird to
Sounds
have
so racist.
Wait, what?
it would have been weird to have 6 guys in S tier and 2 in A tier. Like surely there's a difference between the peak guys, and all 5 guys on the top at one point were the best player in the world. Tatum never was that.
Bare minimum, like top 2 player in the world.
Yeah, at
without a
least.
doubt. And Tatum's always been like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and there is value to that. That's why he's the top of A tier. But I think between S and A,
Yeah. And
choosing the skill matters.
can be said about someone like Luka Doncic too. No one's ever called him the best player in the world undisputedly. He's always like 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, also Luka is behind Embiid because he doesn't have an MVP yet. Oh no, he has the finals. We'll give it to him.
Yeah, he went to the finals. so
Yeah,
it's
and
okay.
he didn't have the last year. Actually, they both kind of had bad last years, even though we think Embiid's is more detrimental. It's not like he had a great year.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing we're going to do. Donovan, I believe you have a little trivia for us.
Yes, I do. I want to see if you guys can guess the top 10 scores in the Western Conference. Total points, not just points per game.
That's a lot harder. I have like a
All the
lot of the
points that
points
were
per game
scored.
memorized. Like obviously I know Shea average number 1 clearly, but like total points outside of Shea being 1, I don't know anything.
You know what? This is your favorite saying. This is the war of attrition. Who is the victorious of that?
That's my favorite saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know your
Okay, so
favorite
we're
sayings.
doing Western Conference first?
Western
Are we doing both
Conference.
though, right?
Hmm?
We're doing both conferences though?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go West though.
So obviously number 1 we got Shea.
Shea's easy.
That's the clear number 1. You
Of
don't
course.
You don't even got to confirm it.
Of course.
I know what I'm revealing behind this card.
Top 5 has to be Nikola Jokic somewhere.
Of course.
Yeah, where's he at?
Number 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Any statistical category, Jokic is going to
he's
be
gonna
top
be
5.
Okay.
I assume is Curry still top 10 even though he had the slow start?
Yeah.
Whoa, he's
Yeah,
top
where's he at?
10?
Probably like 8,
Number 7.
7. Okay.
Okay.
And I assume LeBron is also there. He was
He
pretty,
has to.
pretty available.
Yes. Now guess where LeBron's at.
5.
Probably 1 above Steph Curry. He's number 6.
He's number 9.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Damn, I guess he did miss a little
How
bit.
much time did he miss? I don't remember.
LeBron.
How many games did he play?
LeBron played 70 games this year.
Yeah, well, he's missing 12 games. That'll do it.
okay.
That makes sense. Okay. And second half played with
Mind
Luka.
you, well, listen, different calibers at this point, but Jokic played 70 games as well.
Well, him.
Yeah, Jokic damn near averaged
Well,
30,
come on.
bro.
Okay, so number 2 we're missing.
Anthony Edwards is somewhere here. He must be 4 or 5.
Probably 2.
He's number 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh,
Mr.
okay.
Available. Like, he does not get hurt.
There you go.
I've seen so many times he hurts his ankle,
Mhm.
jumps right back up.
79 games.
I
for
thought he
man.
tore his ACL twice in the playoffs.
Yes,
Neither
dude.
time was a big deal. He came
Yeah.
back immediately both times. Thinking of the top teams, top
Okay.
scorers. There's nobody on the Nuggets. Kevin Durant,
Number 10.
Damn.
barely got on there. Okay.
Shh.
Who on there now?
Okay, think about
The other
Western
point guards are in
Conference.
the East. We got Curry. Did Luka somehow make it? No, right?
Not at
No,
all.
no
No.
chance.
Not at all. Think about guys who are just available for their teams.
Is
Norman
Sengun on here?
Powell.
Neither of those guys were on there. No Norman Powell, no Sengun.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
I'm just thinking because the Rockets are so high that like they're a
Yeah.
good team and they're pretty healthy. Is Jalen Green on this fucking list?
Jalen Green's on this
God.
list. Jalen Green is on this list. At number
Ew.
6,
He is healthy and available.
Jalen Green played all 82 games this year.
Yeah, I knew he was healthy, so that makes sense.
We got nerfed.
Listen,
man.
you averaged 20 for 82 games. The math is in your favor. Okay, now we're cooked. Is there a king on there? You think DeRozan
No.
was healthy, but he didn't average very much.
Wait,
Is
but he
DeRozan
must-
on this
He
list?
must have played every. DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan is on this list.
he's healthy as
He's
hell.
number
There's
8.
one thing about DeMar, he's gonna show
Yeah.
up every day for work.
Think about-
77 games played from DeMar
Think
DeRozan.
about the Iron Man.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis got hurt.
All right, 4 or 5.
4 and 5.
these have to be stars.
Elite scores, yeah. Top.
Yeah.
Who else is top of the Western Conference?
Okay.
Cat's gone. There's nobody else in the Timberwolves. Julius Randle?
No.
No.
Okay, I was
not
like, I had to make sure.
Julius. No. Okay, so
J-Dub's not going to be on there.
Oh.
Nobody else on the Rockets. Nobody else on.
Let's start thinking about.
Did James Harden make this
Let's
list?
think about regular season demons.
James
James,
Harden?
Harden.
Yeah.
What?
Number 5.
That makes sense.
Did he play like all 80,
He played a lot.
James Harden played 79 games last year.
bro? But he averaged like.
Number
What?
4 is Devin Booker.
75 games, Devin Booker.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 4 had to be Devin Booker. That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out Jalen Green
I'm
and DeMar
so
DeRozan.
shocked about James Harden, bro, and Jalen Green, of course.
Damn. Okay. Now what? Eastern Conference. This one is going to be harder. This is much less superstar talents up top.
Okay.
Eastern Conference. Obviously, Giannis is on there.
Of course, number 1.
Number 1.
Giannis
Number
is
one.
one.
Obviously, Jason Tatum was on there.
Number 2, Jason Tatum.
Obviously, Donovan
Okay.
Mitchell was on there.
Number 7, D. Mitch.
That's quite a
Jalen
jump.
Brunson got to be there too.
Number 8, Jalen Brunson.
Wow, D-Mitch is 7 and 8. D-Mitch is 7, Brunson's 8. I thought they'd both be higher than that.
Yep. I mean, Brunson played 65 games.
True, the ankle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you turned
you're
the
right.
ankle.
He missed towards the end
Hey,
of
we
the
thought they were
season.
cooked and turned the ankle. I look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
he turned his ankle every game in the playoffs.
facts.
So.
Yeah. Is Trae Young on there?
Trae Young, number 3.
Damn.
Talk about
Third
availability.
highest scorer. Trae Young played 76 games. Got them.
Damn.
Bad calf too.
Low
bruh.
key, this is probably a bad pool. Is Siakam like 10?
Pascal Siakam is 9.
Look at that.
What
I thought
the
it was
fuck? I was about to get on your ass.
Is Carl Anthony
bro.
Towns 10?
Karl Anthony Towns is actually 6.
Okay.
Ooh,
So we got
okay.
6, 7, 8, 9. And then we got
So left, you guys need 4, 5, and 10.
4, 5, and 10.
4,
Siakam
5,
was
and 10.
9.
Just-
So right below
Oh
that.
no, never mind. I was about to say Paulo, but he missed way too many games.
Yeah, way too many games. What are the Kate Cunningham?
Cade Cunningham is 5.
Okay.
Mr. Available. Engine.
Okay. Who we have left?
I mean, Tyrese Halliburton 10? Okay.
Tyler Hero.
Number 4.
Oh,
Fuck, bro.
okay.
Number
I
4.
knew it.
All-star season. I forgot
Yep.
about him.
Okay.
Nah.
And
nasty.
now we just need number 10.
Number 10. Okay.
I thought there was one more in the first half.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just number 10. Right below Siakam. Ooh. Nobody on the Bulls. I hope not.
Again, bucket, like they can get buckets, but you don't think of them as a bucket. But they can get buckets.
But they can get buckets.
Okay. Bam Adebayo.
No.
Damn. Not that far.
Jaylen Brown? No, he got hurt. Jaylen Brown.
Peyton Pritchard?
No.
Evan Mobley? Darius Garland?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Darius
Dude,
Garland is number 10.
That's where you fucked up. You misled me. I think of Darius Garland as a bucket.
Yeah,
I certainly think of Darius Garland as a
I was
bucket.
thinking a Garland playmaker.
No, if I think of him as snatchbacks.
Okay.
Step back threes. That's what I think of Garland
We
as.
kind of went crazy when it comes to this. We ate. Yay.
Next thing we're going to do. You two were... Love,
I'm talking about in there.
This guy got introduced to black culture. Congratulations. Welcome to Black Brain Rot.
you don't know the city I grew up in.
It's 2025, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, next thing. We're going to do keep 4, cut 4 with 6 man of the year winners.
Okay.
So, the only categories these players won 6 man of the year. You guys know how it works. I'm going to name 8 of them. You got to keep 4 and cut 4. First
Okay.
off, James Harden.
I mean, obviously,
This is 6 men of the year.
Mm-hmm.
just based on their bench role, right?
Yeah, them in that season.
Let's keep him.
Do you want to? I feel like there's a lot more notable.
You think there's
6
4
men?
better 6 men than 2012 James Harden? From a finals team?
Yeah, we can get there. I mean,
I don't know.
Well, it's the year after. Yeah.
I'd rather keep James Harden.
fair. We'll keep James.
Okay. Next one. J.R. Smith.
Why is he looking at me like that?
Why
Stop
are you
giving
looking
me
at him like
intense
that?
eye contact.
What do you want to do? What are you looking at
I
him for?
don't want to cut him. I understand that year was so dear to your heart. You don't have nothing to grasp on as a Knicks fan at that point in time. Very
Look at that smile
depressing
on your
year.
face.
But we might have to cut him. We're talking about like
You haven't said a
all-time
word.
great 6 men, and
I just
he
want to
ain't
see what he
that.
says.
He got to get cut.
Yo, man.
You never think
Cut
about.
his mic off. We're keeping JR.
No, we gotta
We're
cut him.
keeping JR.
We gotta cut him.
What? Are you stupid? Like, yo, man, we're keeping JR.
I understand.
Are you dumb? Like,
Listen, I understand, but he got to get cut.
What are we doing here?
You know, you let me have Harden. You can keep him. You can keep
we're
J.R.
keeping JR Smith.
You got to
Okay.
keep the civil now.
Keeping J.R. Smith is hilarious. Tyler Hero.
He was like that. We're gonna cut him.
You'd rather keep J.R. Smith than Tyler Hero?
Come on, man.
What?
You? Come on, man.
I mean,
Let's
at
be
this
real.
point, you've already used 2 spots, so I guess you got to cut him.
We gotta cut Tyler Hero. It's
But
fine.
do you see
It's
why
Tyler
J.R.
Hero, like,
Smith is
it's okay.
problematic?
Problematic is a terrible word.
In this setting, keep cut J.R. Smith versus Tyler Hero?
If
You don't believe that.
If you don't like seeing men fly, say that.
I love that. But
Say
come
that.
on, man. We have to cut Hero, but it's not
I don't
right.
even know if it was the right year. You don't like,
I love it.
if you don't like that, just say that. It's whatever.
New York basketball.
It's
Man.
whatever.
Montrezl Harrell.
That bag work was different.
He was a dog.
He was.
He
But we
was a-
have to cut him though because you added J.R. Smith to this. We look
Don't
crazy.
do that. I would much rather have Jeff Smith than Montrezl Harrell. But he was very fun though. I thank you for your service, Montrezl. But
He
we
was
will cut him.
unsustainable. We have to cut him.
We do have to cut him.
Okay. Damn. Montrezl Harrell, goodbye. Peyton Pritchard.
Oh, he was hooping this year. We kind of got to keep him.
He was ridiculously efficient. He's probably better than J.R. Smith.
Have to. A lot of them are. God damn it. He's the worst player here so far. Legitimate.
No, he is
worst
not.
name. Worst name listed. Yes. Worst name easily. What are we talking about right now? You wanted to keep him. Fucking up my list, man.
It's actually confirmed. You're an idiot. You're actually a dummy.
This is
What are
fucking
you
ridiculous.
talking about?
You made us keep the
What are you
worst
talking about?
player here. Oh my god.
It's actually confirmed.
It's like
This is
4
ridiculous.
names, and you're like, yeah, J.R. Smith, this is the word. Shut up. We'll keep
let's see
Peyton
what-
Pritchard. We both agree on Peyton Pritchard. We'll
We
keep
do.
him.
We do. I'm just mad that JR's there.
Okay. Nas Reed.
Cut Nas Reed.
Sure. I feel
He's
Nah,
not
move.
even like, it was cool.
yeah, we can keep he's not worth the last
It
spot.
was cool.
He said, most said, I don't feel like I'm in control of this list.
I'm not, bro. This is not on my list no more.
Del Curry.
See ya. Getting cut.
Yeah, we can cut
Yeah.
down.
Shout to Dell.
And last but not least, we got Lamar Odom.
Oh, yeah. Old
Okay.
school. Like that.
That's
Slam
a
cover.
Old school bucket. Deserved. J.R. Smith is not deserved. You really think Tyler Hero, like Smith is better than Tyler Hero? Like you actually think that?
Yes.
Test it for TTE tomorrow. Meet me in the lab, 8 a.m.
You can't even say
You're getting
CTE
tested.
properly.
You're
said
getting
TTE.
tested.
TTE.
You're getting tested. You're getting tested.
TTE.
You're getting tested.
Check his tweets.
And with that being
Miss,
said,
oh, miss, oh, miss. You get tested.
and with that being
He
said, that's
is
the end of this
better.
episode.
Let me look at his stats.
If you're still here, tell me who's better, J.R. Smith or Tyler
Don't
Hero.
even look at the stats.
No,
Go watch
no.
the game.
This time I'm looking at stats.
Go watch the game.
I know I said I don't look at stats, but this time
Go watch
I'm
the
looking
game.
at stats.
All right, pull up Tyler Hero stats. I'm going to pull up J.R. Smith stats.
All right, let's say less. Say less. I got you. J.R. Smith.
No, I told you to pull up Tyler Hero stats.
No, I'm doing J.R. Smith.
In
Okay.
2013, J.R. Smith, 6th man of the year, 33 minutes per game, so damn near starting minutes, 18 points,
Hooper.
5.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists,
When did Tyler Hero win?
48% effective field goal
21
percentage.
22.
35%
21
on
22. Tyler
35%
Hero,
three.
20 points per game,
Oh.
5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Oh, better in every way.
Ooh, better stats
Oh, shit. And more
all
efficient.
around. Oh.
Yeah, in an inflated era. You got it.
God damn it.
You got it.
Oh my
Never
God.
in your life did you watch Tyler Hero play basketball up until this last year. It was like, that's a good play. We dogged him for like 4
You
straight
had
years.
nothing
You
going on back
you
then,
hated
bro.
on
I
Tyler
understand.
Hero for half a decade
And for
now.
the next decade, I will too. For the rest of my life.
So you've been a bum since 86.
Fuck,
for
bro.
half a decade,
You've
you
hated
haven't
Tyler
liked
Hero
him.
since 2020.
I will forever
Stop
be
it.
a Tyler Hero hater. I don't
Stop
care, no matter what.
That is a Jimmy Butler stat.
I don't play.
If you're still here,
bench?
comment who's better, J.R. Smith or Tyler Hero. And with that being said, we'll see y'all next episode. Check out House Call episode 2. Tier listing every NFL quarterback.
We're back.
We'll see y'all next week.
This guy got to the line 3 times a game. No dog, weak
How many
frame.
assists